right. What is up, everybody? What is up? How are we doing today?
Good morning.
Welcome. Dan, how you doing over there?
I'm good, man. I feel like I'm pretty prepared for today.
Can you hear me okay? It looks like you got some people over at your house.
I did. I thought I'd get some people together. This is like an epic event, you know.
Dude, this is gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing out there? Can you guys all hear us? Let us know in the chat as always. Woohoo! We got the live audience over here that can hear us. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Woo!
Louder.
Yeah.
Louder.
You need to be louder?
Yeah, louder.
Okay. Me be louder? You can just talk. Okay.
Be louder.
I can be louder. Don't worry, I can be
Toby
louder.
can always be louder.
Can always get louder, baby. Okay. Let's see here. More voice. So 7ND, says Steve. It's good. I like it. Dan, how you doing?
I am well. I think Steve's giving us some
Check,
awesome
check,
advice
check.
in the chat.
Good. Guys can hear me, I hope. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys can hear Dan. We're gonna keep going with this. We're gonna keep looking to you to help us understand if anything needs to be adjusted, anything needs to be changed. But welcome everybody. Welcome Lucas B. Says Gerben knew what he was doing. Right now he's drinking beer and watching the game. That's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, we got people over there. I saw Nico Concarne earlier said that he's watching the World Championship today. People tried to tell him that he should be watching the football game, but he told him no, the correct World Championship.
Wrong. Yeah, exactly. The more important world championship.
More important one. Barry says audio is good. All right, great. Well, I think with that we can probably get started. So let's get into it here. We're at the Final Four, Dan. What do you think?
I gotta tell you, man, like watching this whole thing unfold over the last like several months really has been pretty wild.
Yes, it has been a long journey, and I'm very excited to see how it concludes. We have some epic runners here in this Final Four. We got Victor, Ivan, ALNIS, and Tom Smith. This is gonna be an intense day for sure. So we're gonna get into it here. Guys in the chat, let us know how everything is going. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what you're doing today after the tournament. Probably just trying to recover. I'm gonna welcome my good friend Dan Wagner. He's the SolidWorks Users Group Worldwide Global Intercontinental Manager.
Official title.
This guy knows everything about users. So we got the right person for this.
Thank you, man. It is an honor to be here.
And a certified SolidWorks expert.
More importantly, for the moment, certified SolidWorks expert.
Yes, more importantly for the moment. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
For today, for sure.
For today, yeah. And Dan, I just wanted to say, wait, let me just move this chat here real quick. I just wanted to say, I'm actually gonna flip over to full screen because I'm gonna say something important here.
Oh.
Let's build this up a little bit, right? So, you and I have done probably over 100 presentations together.
I would say so, yeah.
Maybe more. And I gotta tell you, I think that one of my favorite things about our style of presenting together is that, as you know, I often am very late during my preparation. Sometimes I'm preparing, as like they're introducing us to get onto stage or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
And you've never once given me shit about that. You've
No.
always been very like embracing of that, and you're just kind of like, it's good, you're good. Just if you gotta adjust it, just do it.
For sure. I think it made me nervous the first like 15 or 20 times probably. But after that, I realized, like, no, that's your magic. That's what you have to do.
Well, that's
I've literally witnessed you carrying a laptop, preparing a presentation on the way to a presentation. Like, I'm walking down, I still got a couple more tweaks. I'm going to be ready in a minute. So, yeah, I think that's your style, man. That's your magic.
Yeah, it is what we do. It is how we do it. And you and I definitely have magic together, or have had magic together. I'm drinking from the Prism Engineering coffee mug here.
Me.
Dan's voice needs to go up.
Maybe I'm not sitting close enough.
Let's go. Let's get Dan's voice up. But Dan, that's where Dan and I cut our teeth at Prism Engineering, doing tech support, doing presentations, live presentations, and we've had a lot of practice working together. So I'm very thankful that you're here with me for this Final Four matchup of this global tournament.
I like the way you did it this time too. And you told me about this in the summer, I think. Like we talked, the build-up has been epic, and I think the one-day event was nice. Like doing it all at once. Well, I've done this with you before. Was cool, but it's a lot. It's like it's quite a lot to go through. It's a marathon. This I felt like was more of a gradual build up, and now we have this one event today we can really focus on. So I think you did this really well, man.
Thank you. Yeah, we get to recognize the champions for who they are. So, well, I guess that's it. Let's go, right? Let's get into it here.
Let's talk about let's solid map.
We got a solid map fan in the crowd here. I like it. So we're gonna get into it here today. We're gonna talk about our champions. We're gonna talk about the tournament, how it all works. We are now in the Final Four officially. So this is an exciting time. This tournament started out with 32 runners and 10 people on the waiting list, and now we're down to just 4. Final 4. This tournament started out with 12 countries registered, and now we are down to just 2 countries being represented.
Yep.
And this tournament started out with 6 different CAD systems. So we had SolidWorks, Onshape, Fusion 360, Inventor, CATIA, and Key Creator. The evolution of CAD Key.
Wow.
Now we are down to just 2, just Onshape and SolidWorks. We got Barry in the chat saying all text on the shirts is mirrored. Yeah, we're all rocking the TooTallToby shirts, and they're all mirrored today. And the reason for that is just because of production. That is known and intentional, and it helps us. It helps us because then when I go to look at you, I'm actually looking at you.
That's true.
And when you go to look at me, you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would both be looking this way, and it would not look good. Yeah. So the little production secrets for everybody. I'm sure you guys really wanted to know that when you tuned into a CAD versus CAD speed modeling. So here we go. I also want to say that these guys, the Final Four, are in the money. So congratulations. Whoever walks away champion today will also get a sweet $200 added to their bank account. We also will have our second place winner win $100. Our third and fourth place winners will get $50 each. We'll rip a $100 bill in half and mail it out to them. And I want to say thank you so much to Mrs. TallToby for sponsoring this event, for sponsoring the prize.
Get a round of applause.
Yeah, a round of applause for Mrs. TallToby. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are thankful to Mrs. TallToby. We are definitely very thankful, not only for helping out with the sponsorship, but also for letting me hang out with all you guys on Saturday mornings. So let's get into it here. I know I keep saying that. I'm going to say it probably 10 more times before we actually get into it.
It's all good.
But today we're going to do 2 matches, the semifinalists and the semifinalist matches, and then the winners of those matches are going to go up against each other for the finals, and then we will have a champion. And that's how the day is going to go today. Let's talk a little bit about how these matches work. The way that this works is that we are going to take our 2 runners, and we're going to show them a 2D print, and we're going to ask them to turn that 2D print into a 3D model. And then our runners are going to try to calculate the mass of that 3D model based on the geometry and the material and enter that mass into the YouTube chat. And the first person who enters it in the chat is going to be declared the winner. Now, during the tournament, the rules are that we do a best-of-3 matchups. So whenever somebody enters the correct mass, they will get a little win. And if they get 2 wins, they're able to move on, in this case, move on to the finals. You're allowed to do 1 wrong answer, so our runners can do 1 wrong answer. If they get it wrong, I'll say something like, I'm sorry, Tom Smith, that's incorrect. You're going to need to try again. Check your features, go through, try to figure out what you missed, and then Tom will go through and try to fix it in time. In the meanwhile, his opponent is going to be scrambling to get their first answer in. If you get it wrong twice, then I'm just going to throw up a 5-minute timer, and it'll be up to the other person to lose. But somebody does have to get it right. Otherwise, no points will be awarded. If you're out there in the chat and you think you're faster than these guys, these absolute masters of speed modeling, you are welcome to play along. You can take a screen capture of the 2D print. You can try to model it up yourself. But please do not help. Do not post the mass in the chat. Do not, if you notice that they missed a dimension or they missed a feature, don't type it in the chat that they missed it. We'll try to monitor the chat, but it just works best if nobody types anything. These guys are the stars today, so let's let them shine. And with that, I think we are ready to get started. But before we do, I just want to remind you out there, if you want to help the channel, one of the easiest ways that you can do it is you can like and subscribe. I am looking at my monitoring computer up here, and I see that we have a total of, let's see here, 61 people watching, and we have the inverse of that, 16 likes. So let's see if we can get those numbers to match up. We want to try and get this up to 61 watching and 61 likes. There we go. I'm clicking on the like button here. I got the live studio audience clicking on the like buttons on their devices. I got everybody clicking on the like buttons. We're all going to click on the like buttons. So let's see if we can get that like count up. Look at that. It already jumped up to 26. Let's see how far we can go with this thing. If you want to help the channel, another thing you can do is share and reshare. You could maybe take a screen capture of what we're doing here today, throw it up on throw it up on social media. And you can also join the mailing list. Go over to TooTallToby.com. You can join the mailing list. And if you want to support financially, like Hell Yeah just did, thanks a lot, Hell Yeah, very much appreciated. You guys can go to the YouTube Super Chat. It's down at the bottom of the chat window. There's a little $ symbol. It's kind of like a credit card donation tip jar. So feel free to use that. If you're watching the recording, you can do the same thing using Super Thanks. And if you prefer not to use YouTube, but you still want to financially support, you can head on over to TooTallToby.com and you can support through a PayPal donation link. That's with credit card or PayPal. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Hell Yeah, for the donation. It goes a long way to keeping the doors open, right? Keeping the fire burning.
Keep it in the fire.
All that stuff. So Chris Knudsen out there throwing in a little bit of a super chat. Thank you, Chris Knudsen. Love your character icon, your avatar in YouTube. It is epic. Can't go wrong with the Stickman avatar. Let's see here. If Victor gets put out, it's tactical since he wants to play in the snow. That's what Vjors says, yeah. I can see that. Snow in there? Wow. I don't think it's snowing here, is it?
No, pouring rain at the moment.
Pouring rain. If it was a little colder, you know, I don't know if you know this, but if it's a little colder outside, rain actually becomes snow. Yeah, they're related.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, I think we're ready to get started, right?
Yeah.
But before we do, one last thing here, guys. The shirts are available. T-shirts are available.
Oh, wow.
Big shout out to Zen3, our website management team, who was able to get the store up and running, the proper store. You can order as many as you want now. You don't have to do it one at a time. We have shirts out there. Wow, Francis Martin, thank you so much for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Goes a long way towards everything that we're trying to do here. Very much appreciated. What's the time of the first design? Well, at the rate we're going, it'll be in like an hour and a half after like 50 more announcements. No, I think I get the hint. Let's go. Let's get into it here. So this first match is going to be between Victor K. Victor K slashed his way through the black bracket. He was able to defeat Tank in the first round. He was able to defeat Dr. Beljan in the second round. He was able to defeat a former world champion, Gerben, in the third round. And now he's in the semifinals. But guess what? He's against another former world champion in Ivan the Reasonable, the Canadian assassin.
The suspense is real.
Yeah. Ivan chopped his way through Sabuj. He went through JA, and then he went through Ricardo J in the semifinals. No, in the round of 8. Now he's in the semifinals. So we're going to find out who's going to win between these two titans. And to help us decide what their matchup is going to be, we've put together kind of a fun little thing here. A randomized wheel for these challenges. As you guys know, I have a lot of these drawings, and so we are going to randomize it this time. Let's shuffle this wheel up here. This wheel is sponsored by SolidBox. Remember, if you guys need computers for CAD, check out SolidBox, mysolidbox.com. You ready to spin the wheel, Dan?
I'm ready, man.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's see if we can get some desktop audio on this so we can hear it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, man. T74. Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to remove that one from the list because that's the one that we're going to be doing here as our first matchup. This is a tough one. You guys are going to be in for a little bit of a challenge on this one. T74. Let's remove that from the list and let's get into it here. Let's learn a little bit about our runners. Dan, maybe I know you know these guys a little bit. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what these guys are up to.
For sure. And in preparing for this, doing some homework, trying to watch all these previous matches, right? I know Ivan really well. Ivan's a user group leader. He's an awesome SolidWorks user in Canada. Favorite color, orange. Like, I didn't know that. That's a fun fact. When I grow up, I want to play above average hockey. That's a good goal. I don't know if he did that. I mean, I would assume Ivan's grown up at this point, so maybe.
I think he's still going for it.
Oh, still going for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't like ice cream, mountains over beaches, and it's cold outside. I talked to Ivan this week. It was snowing up in the Great White North.
Wow.
He showed me. Yeah, he showed me.
He's going for it.
Victor, been using SolidWorks for 8 years. Currently work for a 3D scanning firm. And 6 years using SolidWorks with Formula SAE. Near and dear to my heart. I spent a good amount of time in college Formula SAE as well. So what a match, man. I mean,
I thought about you when I saw that fun fact.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right, well, these guys are both ready. They both have SolidWorks up on their screen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip over to full screen. And I'm going to stay on full screen here for a second. And as soon as I show this 2D print, they are going to grab a screen capture and begin modeling. And we're going to find out
good luck, gentlemen.
Who's going to win between Victor and Ivan. This CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. There's some drafted faces there looking down from the top. Notice the general note, some edges hidden for clarity. And if we look in the title block, this is plain carbon steel, 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. Our CAD runners are going. Let's flip over and see how they approach this challenge. We've got Victor on the left. We've got Ivan the Reasonable on the right. We're going to be watching the chat to see who comes up with this answer first.
Victor was a little faster out of the gate. Got to say, Toby, he already started to sketch, has some geometry on the screen. Ivan's taking his time, but you advised that, right? You said take your time. This is one of your tougher drawings. Not necessarily some surprises, but a little bit more complicated models this time around. So Victor has a closed contour also.
We love seeing the closed contours. I got to tell you, in the beginning, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like closed contours, but these CAD speed modelers have made me a believer.
Wow, really?
I've started using them a lot more. Yeah.
Because where's he gonna go from here, right? He's headed towards what we think he's gonna do. But for me, looking at Ivan's screen, Ivan seems to be planning out a little bit more, maybe taking his time a bit more. But
oh man,
my gosh,
as soon as we talk,
you never know. Yep.
A thin feature revolve. That's something I don't think we've seen the entire tournament so far. Wow,
Ivan, that was epic.
Yeah, the audience. Good points from the audience here. Let's see here. Please next year include free CAD link. We see from Annabelle. Yep, free CAD is definitely available as a competitor. We're going to definitely see some free CAD next year in the 2023 tournament. Looking forward to that.
Tom Smith says CAD didn't exist, but he did Formula SAE.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Going back,
Tom.
Services Technique. Eric says, ouch, this model is very interesting.
Tough, man.
Yeah, it starts out, I think both of our runners are approaching this thing, creating a cross-section and then revolving it about a center line, but very different approaches as far as we've got Ivan on the right kind of doing like feature by feature. We see Victor on the left doing a lot more in the very first feature. So we'll see which one pays off.
Victor certainly had the sketch shape on the screen faster, and Ivan was taking his time, and suddenly we saw that thin feature just like appear out of nowhere. That was super fast.
And a very different order of feature creations this time as well. You know, the earlier matches we saw, I think it was pretty clear where to start and what order you should create your features in. But now as the models get more complicated, it's going to be up to our masters to decide what is going to be the fastest approach. Our masters are here today in the Final Four.
I sent this link, Toby, to a neighbor of mine today, and he said, wow, can you keep up with these guys? Like, model? I was like, no, definitely not. These are the best in the world.
No.
Yeah.
These guys are the best.
Yeah. So very different approaches here. It seems like Victor has a little bit more of the geometry done at this point, the overall shape, but Ivan definitely has a different approach and less features at this point, too.
Yeah, trying to get that kind of like foundation down, and it looks like Ivan has a lot less geometry, but the truth is that he's already got that interior geometry, done that maybe Victor will struggle with later on in the design. We'll see though. I haven't seen Victor struggle at all this entire tournament, so we'll see if that actually is true. And now we see Victor.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Starting to cut away.
Yep.
It's so funny too in this speed, like. These guys aren't overly concerned with fully defining or making sure every contour is perfect or trimming or just going fast.
Just as you say that, he goes through fully defined.
Like, no, watch this.
He's ready.
Hold my beer.
Yeah. Hold my beer while I fully define this thing. So it looks like we're going to see an extrude cut using flip side to cut so he can cut away the outside. Very nice from Victor there. And we see Ivan on the right. Kind of creating that same feature with that circular pattern, trying to get those shapes in. Looks like Ivan's trying to incorporate that fillet that would normally be on the tips of that star.
Right from the sketch.
Yeah, right from the... Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Was not expecting that. Wow, Ivan just goes for it. So now he's using the old contour selection.
Contour selection, which is like... Don't be afraid to include a lot of extra info in your sketch, right? Because you can chew through it.
And there we go. He's got that whole top section done now.
Oh, my gosh.
This is, we see Victor was able to, focus on the top section at first. Now he's doing that interior kind of half moon shape.
Yep.
Or crescent moon shape.
He's going to have to hollow that out in there now, but Ivan already has that done because he started with a thin feature.
Right. And so now we see our runners kind of neck and neck. I'm getting getting that tennis
I
net,
know.
looking back and forth.
My palms are sweating.
Goose and
palms are
family.
sweating.
Goose and family says go go go. Live studio audience says their palms are getting sweaty. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Who's gonna come up with the mass
Starting
of this
to get
part
sweaty in
first?
here.
We're getting close. Yeah, could be the fire that's making your palms sweaty.
Oh my God.
Bucks is here from South Africa. What's up, Bucks? Welcome, welcome. Okay, looks like Ivan.
Toby,
Man,
I know. Holy cow.
Ivan on the right. Again, this guy doesn't use toolbars. If you didn't know, Ivan does not use
We've
toolbars.
talked about this before.
Yeah. Looks like Ivan is going to be coming up with potentially an answer here. And Ivan has answered with 103 grams, and that is correct.
Wow.
Woo!
Nice job,
Wow. Yeah. The crowd goes nuts. And Victor coming in right behind him with
Yeah.
106, but
Wow.
103 was correct. Ivan got it first.
Nice job,
And
gentlemen. Nice job.
Congratulations to both of our runners. Guys, let's give our runners a GG in the
Holy cow.
chat. Good game to both of the runners.
Toby doesn't get much better than that, man.
That was intense. My goodness.
I'm not going to survive this.
Wow.
This is crazy.
One of our studio audience members actually has to leave because it was too intense.
They're leaving. This is too much.
Doctor's orders. Yeah. Wow. Man, goodness gracious.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. That was fast. Very nicely done, guys. GG. Let's give a GG to the winner. Let's give a GG to both of our runners. Ivan versus Victor does not disappoint.
Not at
Ivan,
all.
the former champ,
Former
taking a
champ.
lead, 1-0.
Yep. Victor right behind him,
Wow.
and just
Victor
seeing
right
their different
behind him.
approaches, like right out of the gate, and it comes down to the wire. Like that was like a textbook match. That was awesome.
That was nuts. Yeah. Well, guys, I mean, let's go. Let's keep this train rolling. So let's take a look here at our Wheel of Misfortune, sponsored by SolidWorks. Computers for CAD. If you need a professional computer, check out SolidWorks. And let's give that wheel a spin. Dan, why don't you take the honors this time?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try not to end.
Here we go. No, don't end the whole stream.
Where you want
It's right in the middle. Right in the middle. Okay, he did it.
End stream.
Here we go. End stream and live stream. Okay, this next one is going to be, oh boy, 73. Okay, let's go. So that last one, yeah, woo! So that last one was actually a physical part. We got a physical part here. It is a nozzle.
Ooh.
Yep, looks like it broke, so I needed to get these. I needed to trick somebody into 3D modeling it so I can 3D print it.
Oh.
And so
Now you got two people
I
to
got
model.
these guys to do it. So I'll look at their models and see which
Two
one
to choose from.
which one I like more exactly. So okay, so now we're gonna go on to 73. We're gonna remove that from the list, and let's learn a little bit more about our runners. Let's take a look here. Oh, a couple more fun facts about Victor there for you, Dan.
Oh, after SE? Okay, he worked on 5 different 3D printer projects at once. Holy cow. Does that mean he has 5 3D
I
printers?
suppose it does.
Wow. Have a hard time finishing project, but no problem starting new ones. Victor, again, that is near and dear to my heart as well. You can look around my house and find 10 projects I haven't finished
The
yet.
curse of the engineer.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Is it broken?
Yeah.
I'll fix it. Or at least I'll put it on my bench.
Yeah, I'll put that over there. I'll take it apart, and then I'll never put it back.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for our fun facts. It sounds like the live studio audience is falling apart behind us, but okay, nothing's
coming off the-
That guy's getting. Looks like
Coming
he's
off
getting
the rails here.
His booty's getting spanked back there. That's how it happens when you're, at a live tournament. All right. I think we are ready for this next matchup between Victor and Ivan. So here we go. Let's flip over to our full screen.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck to Victor. Good luck to Ivan. Victor in the chat says, I found out where I messed up. He's got to know. He's not ready to go on to the next battle until he figures it out.
Yep.
Well, this next battle,
I respect that.
I respect. Much respect. This next battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XX.XX grams? Tolerance plus or minus 0.02 grams. And this part is MMGS. It's ABS plastic, 10-20 kilograms per cubic meter. There's some notes on here. The tops of those fins need to be rounded off, either full round or 2 equal fillets. Dealer's choice. Our runners are already going. Let's see how they start this challenge, Dan.
Is this another part you needed 3D modeled, like the other half of that connector?
Could be. This is a filament spool that I need for my 3D printer. So, guys, when you're done with this one, make sure you email it to me. And it looks like Victor's starting on the left.
TooTallToby@gmail.com.
Yeah, it looks like Victor's starting on the left with a revolve approach, kind of creating the cross section, where Ivan just jumped right in and made that first boss extrude.
It's so interesting. Two engineers can pick two completely different perspectives to start the same part.
And so it looks like Ivan is moving on to the next part of this feature, creating, I guess,
He just mirrored there, like super. Oh my God, the shortcuts! Unbelievable.
No
man.
toolbars. He just blasts through with the shortcuts.
Just blasting through shortcuts,
making that kind of vertical post, which is curved, just like the circular base is curved. That vertical post is curved as well.
So cool the way he did that.
Ivan got that in there with some offsets. It looks like. Victor, in the meantime, on the left, is going through and creating almost like a dual quadrant of that post.
And Victor, although he started on that with the revolve instead of on the top plane, actually ended up with basically the same shape as Ivan pretty quickly, right? And again, just there's so many different ways to accomplish this.
And look at Victor going through and
that.
making all four of those posts at once. Wow, that's pretty tight. Ivan's got that first post up now, and looks like he's going to get ready to get into the next section. You know, a lot of these models, the prints, they are a little tricky. It's tricky to figure out, like, how are you going to get that section? How are you going to get that middle area? How are you going to get that fin going between the two? So it looks like Ivan there used a shortcut again, making a plane.
It's you know, the setup he has done to increase his efficiency through shortcuts, S key, everything. Awesome. Just super cool. But Victor's got 4 posts up now.
Bump that volume down just a little.
Okay, he's got the full upright, and maybe he'll come back and trim that afterwards.
That's what I'm thinking, because he did that
away.
revolve at first.
Ah, okay.
Another, okay. I don't know if that's what's going on there. If that's a misclick, that's intentional. If maybe he's doing the fins right now.
Yeah.
The supporting bridging fins.
This is tough because those fins in the middle, they don't go all the way. We're gonna have to end up going back in and cutting away anyway. So.
CEK347 says this is fun. Thanks for doing this.
Awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome, CEK.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks of course to the runners, the true stars of this show.
Goose says that's a tight part tolerance. How tight did you put the tolerance?
I think plus or minus 0.02 grams.
We have tough standards around here, Goose.
You know, if I'm going to put this thing in my 3D printer, I don't want it falling apart or jamming up my other gears.
All right, let's see.
I'm liking this approach from both of our runners. Both of them kind of getting a little bit stuck in that thin area.
I see. They're taking their time.
Not really sure what to do.
All right, Victor's going to try and chew away some of that.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see what he does here to kind of clear that out. I like that.
This part is symmetric, right? So if...
Symmetric on all 4 quadrants, actually, on this one. So the all 4 of the sections of this thing are the same. Little note there on the print for that, too. Taking a lot of liberties with the notes on my prints.
Just general notes.
Just general notes everywhere.
Tight tolerances. Totally symmetric.
Yeah, exactly. And Among C says, you guys are awesome. Damn amazing. Thank you. And I agree with Eric saying really interesting to see these different approaches. Yeah, completely agree.
Yep.
2 different masters, and you look at these models and they're at a very different spot on these models. But as we've seen before, sometimes it's just a few clicks away from just like a magic trick.
That's one of the most surprising. Like before, when we saw Ivan whip out the thin feature, like in a second, a lot of the geometry can be done.
Yeah, I thought he was going to spend a lot of time offsetting and
trimming
he just
and
one click and he just had that feature done.
You know, Victor's making some progress on those uprights though, and again, thinking about the symmetry. You really only have to get one quadrant done, right?
Yeah. Once he gets the one, he should be pretty good to go. And Ivan on the left. I mean, whenever you have geometry like this, where you've got like an angled fin coming up into a curved face, this is something that I think has stumped a lot of us over the years. It's not always the easiest thing to figure out how to do it properly.
Yep.
And so I think that we're seeing both these guys kind of run into this as a challenge, a little bit of a challenge here. And Eric Beatty says, hey, gang, sorry to join the action late. Had to take care of the dogs first. Hey, Eric, what do they say? A wizard is always on time.
That's true. I've never heard that before, but it sounds true.
You never heard that before, huh? We got to get you some...
thin feature. Eric says, that's a really bold strategy, Cotton.
Wow.
See how it pays off for him.
Yeah. And so now we see Ivan cutting away. Whoa, yikes. Ivan ending up with a little bit of a
little flat
rogue geometry, if you will.
Yeah.
Going to an old standby with delete face.
Oh, that was
Wow.
sick. That was sick.
Okay. Now what's he going to do with that other section, though? Can delete face help him out here as well? We're going to find out.
I don't know if delete face can handle that. That might be. Let's see.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Very impressive, Ivan. Very impressive.
Ivan just showing complete mastery of delete face.
Yeah.
Wow.
When in doubt, use delete face.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And now he's entered into something structural member. I wasn't sure what he was going to do with that command. If he would have somehow worked that into the full round fillet, that would have been it. I would have just walked away.
Victor's spending a lot of time in the same area, though, right? Trying to get that angular connection between the two bodies there, two faces. That's the tough part, Toby. This is a tough model, for sure.
Yeah. Having a fin run into those curves can definitely be a problem. Barry in the chat says, delete face, best feature ever. Tamburor Station's in the chat as well. Says, morning, guys. Tough match. What's up, Tamburor Stations? Tamburor Station, one of the first people to purchase a Too Tall Toby shirt. Available for sale at TooTallToby.com.
Oh, I'm going to have to Venmo you.
That one's on the house, bro. Okay. We'll talk finances later. Thanks. All right, so we see Ivan now coming out with a circular pattern.
Okay.
Maybe wasn't happy with how that looked. Wants to go back and maybe
Does he
revise.
have one single body at this point? He does, and I think...
Might be.
What about Victor? Is he multi-body at this point? I can't see his tree right now.
One body.
Still one body?
Yep, one
Okay.
body for Victor.
So that's where doing those patterns... You might run into a case where it could be convenient to go with multi-body for a bit.
Yeah,
There he goes. Look at what Ivan's working on.
We had
Yep.
Andrew Lowe in the tournament for a while, and he was able to really show mastery of the whole multi-body approach.
That was
So,
sick, dude.
Yeah, that was he really ripped that thing through. He's doing kind of the final spin, little section view there, make sure everything is looking good. All Day is in the chat. What's up, All Day? Saying this is amazing.
Victor just
and
made
Victor,
a
look
huge
at that.
step forward.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Victor's got all 4 fins already.
Yeah, nice
Wow.
nice work, Victor.
And let's see here. Ivan coming in with the answer. 17.47. The correct answer is 17.45 with plus or minus 0.02, which means Ivan is within tolerance, secures the win, gets the victory cat.
Ivan.
Wow, Ivan, right by the skin of his teeth.
Holy
Wow. Man, that was
Holy
intense.
cow.
Great job
That was
to
a tough
both of
part,
our
Toby.
runners. Really tough parts
Really
there.
tough part.
Wow. GG to both of our runners.
GG,
that was
GG.
intense. My goodness. Man.
The victory
The
cat.
chat is going crazy with GGs. That was wild, man. What did you think about that one, Dan?
I like watching those guys attack that angular section. I can't imagine doing that under pressure. And that's what the chat was talking about, is like trying to do this with the whole world watching here.
Yeah.
And
yes, indeed.
modeling a part like that's tough enough on your own, and doing it under pressure here on the clock against another runner.
Wow. Victor K comes into the chat, says, I did everything wrong. Upside down sad face.
Victor, your approach was awesome too, man. Like, very impressive.
Guys, let's give Victor a round of
yeah.
applause.
Victor.
Great job to Victor. Put a 1 in the chat for Victor. Wow. Yeah, Victor. Awesome. Congratulations making it to the Final Four. You are a master. All Day says it best in the chat. Victor, you are a master. Indeed. And congratulations to Ivan, who's going to move on to the final battle.
Wow.
So, wow. That was intense. Man. Woo. I got to take off my sweatshirt, I think.
It's getting warm in here.
Yeah, it's getting real warm in here. Well, I guess this is a good time to remind people to help the channel, right? Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Easiest thing you can do if you're enjoying these matchups. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to share and reshare. Be sure to join the mailing list over at TooTallToby.com. That way you can stay in touch for any future developments on the channel. And I think we're getting ready to get into this next match.
You sure you don't have any other plugs? Anything else we want to?
Don't forget the T-shirts are available.
Oh, there
for
it is,
sale.
yeah.
T-shirts are available for sale over at TooTallToby.com. Shout out to Zen3 for setting up that store. Let's go. Next matchup is going to be over here on the blue bracket. We got an Onshape user, Dan.
I'm excited for the blue bracket. Man. This
Onshape
is awesome.
expert. Yeah. We got ALNIS, the absolute slayer in the realm of Onshape. He ripped through Maze from Pakistan in the first matchup, and then he was slated to go up against Cam, another former world champion.
Yep.
But Cam unfortunately had a scheduling conflict. 5lax was able to step in, but ALNIS was able to defeat him as well.
Move on.
And ALNIS was then able to go up against Walrus Gumboot and was able to defeat Walrus Gumboot in the matches of the round of 8 on November 19th.
I do like his name, though.
Walrus Gumboot is a great name and a great avatar as well. Well, we are all very excited to see Onshape again. Sebastian in the chat saying very excited to see Onshape again. Let's move down here to the mustard-colored bracket, though.
Mustard-colored
bracket. And in the mustard-colored bracket, we can see right across the top, just bam, 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 bam. Tom Smith. So he started out going up against Smart Colombian from the United States. Then he went up against Yaya TK, who is my roommate's absolute favorite. My roommate was telling me last night, he said, Dad, can you get Yaya TK to compete again? I want Yaya TK to win. So Yaya, you got a huge fan out there. And then we saw Tom Smith go up against Low 9 Andrew Lowe, surfacing master demigod, and now Tom Smith against ALNIS. We got Richard Doyle in the chat. What's up, Richard Doyle? How you doing?
What's up, Richard?
Welcome. Great to see you in here again. We got Ricardo J in the chat as well. Welcome. So let's see this epic matchup between ALNIS and Tom Smith. But before we do, we got to spin that wheel of no forgiveness. Sponsored by SolidWorks. Don't forget, guys, if you need professional level computers, check out mysolidbox.com. Here we go. Let's see what the next print is going to be.
I'm glad you did it this time.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping we would get this one. Okay. 52. T52. This is a good one. Let's remove that one from the list. And let's learn a little bit about our runners. Dan, I'm going to let you have the honors of introducing these guys.
I'd love to. ALNIS uses Onshape on Linux. That's pretty awesome. Studying applied physics and oceanography at the University of Washington.
Nice.
Leads student teams building satellites and underwater robots. Pretty textbook amazing engineer designer there, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, impressive.
Tom Smith, SOLIDWORKS user since '97. Tom said when he was doing Formula SAE, they didn't even have SolidWorks, so that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, OG, yeah, exactly.
Average drone racer. We've seen some of Tom's drone footage. Pretty epic, pretty crazy stuff. And flight simulator enthusiast. So I think you got a pretty epic match here, Toby.
Yeah, Tom. I always see Tom on Discord, and he's always playing Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Really?
He really loves it. Of course, only during non-work hours.
Yeah,
just a quick disclaimer there for everybody.
Yeah. Weekends, non-work.
Yeah, just weekends and nights. I mean. So anyhow, let's move on to talk about something else. So that's it. These guys are both ready. I see ALNIS is ready. I see Tom is ready. They both have their screens shown. They're both ready to start this part. They're both gonna begin a new part here. We're gonna be doing T52 here. So let's go. Let's get into it. Our first CAD battle between. Whoops. Let me get out of studio mode here. Here we go. Our first CAD battle between Onshape and SolidWorks begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXX grams, plus or minus 1 full gram? Wow, big tolerance on this one.
Big tolerance, and this is a pretty uniform part here, so I think they're going to fly. What do you think? They're going to fly through this one?
I can't wait to see their strategy. MMGS 1060 alloy, 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. These guys are already getting into it. Let's flip over and see this CAD versus CAD battle. So we got Onshape on the left being run by ALNIS. We got SolidWorks on the right being run by Tom Smith. Let's see here. We got ALNIS. Looks like he is getting in and kind of taking a look at that. Looks almost like a little nozzle that's sticking down.
Yeah, so
to the bottom of the part.
He's working on the nozzle end first, whereas we see Tom is more focused on the flat stock.
The footprint.
Yeah, footprint of the part.
It's always a challenge when we have these CAD professionals, these experts. It's always the challenge is always, what is going to be my starting plane? What is going to be my starting profile?
Where do you start? What features should serve as the anchor for the rest of the part?
I like that. Yeah, the anchor.
sometimes if you make the wrong decision, right, and you realize it too late, dang, I should have started with that other feature.
Yeah, and that can depend on like how the drawing is defined.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not a drawing. Sometimes somebody just comes up to you with a napkin sketch and says, "Hey, can you make this thing?"
Yeah.
But in this case, it is a drawing called a hanger frame. It's got a little kind of like a pocket in the top, and then a little nozzle sticking down.
It's interesting. Yeah, Tom really focused on that plate. ALNIS is spending a good amount of time sketching this profile for what I think will probably be a revolve, right, for that nozzle feature.
Where it looks like Tom took a different approach.
Yep.
Instead of doing that as a revolve, it looks like he did it as an extrusion.
Yep.
But was able to add that taper during the extrude command. That's pretty clutch.
I saw he used the shortcut of clicking and dragging on a plane, holding control and dragging a plane to
One of my
copy it. I
favorites.
love that.
Yeah,
Man. It's
one of my favorites. I wonder if Ivan knows that one. So we see ALNIS going through, struggling a little bit, getting this thing defined. We want to always have our sketches. How do we always want our sketches, audience? Fully defined. Yeah, that's right. Fully defined every time. That's right. So we always want to get our sketches fully defined, and it looks like ALNIS is trying to get that to change from blue to black so that it can be fully defined. Every time. Every single time.
I'm interested to see how they handle the interior of that plate. Like who, no giveaways there, right? But a lot of different ways you could approach that, hollow that interior out. So.
And even the nozzle, the nozzle has some tricky geometry. If we show the 2D print just for a moment.
The nozzle on screen, so he was able to get that sketch. So if he didn't have to spend a lot of time on the rest of the part, he might be able to move through that pretty quickly.
It looks like ALNIS even made the part the same color as the print, which is pretty impressive.
The exact same color.
That's how you do it when you're an Onshape user, So we see Tom Smith on the right getting through there, making that kind of little like notch in the bottom of that nozzle. Let me clear my throat. You ever hear that song?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Song. Thanks. Thanks, I know that one.
Oh, okay. Tom's got some tricky geometry on the inside.
Yeah, he's got to clean out some
kind of a mess.
It's gone.
What did he do?
I don't know how he did that, but it's gone.
Wow. Okay. That was, I don't have any idea what he did there. That was
either. Maybe
amazing.
We'll come back to that later, but it's crazy, Toby, at this point. ALNIS and Tom are actually pretty similar to each other. They're, in terms of what they have on screen, they're not that far off, but yet they started at completely different points.
We got hell yeah right in the chat.
Hell yeah.
They molded and sculpted with grace and finesse, their hands moving fast with artistry. Impressing.
Wow.
The end, only one could win, but they all left with a smile and a grin. Pretty good.
Wow, that's good.
That's I've been practicing my reading.
That's good.
I'm not gonna go for.
You're good at reading.
One, yeah.
You are really good at reading.
Wow, you blink and you miss it. All day says, yeah, I completely agree. Wow. What we got a shout out from Eric. He says, "What a crowd!
What a crowd!"
Yeah.
Man. Doesn't get any better than this. Saturday morning, speed CAD modeling, water being delivered.
Thank you.
Amazing. What an awesome
so much.
team you have here. This is like a well-oiled machine here.
Yeah, the production team at TooTallToby is legit. That's for sure. Huge shout out to the production team.
Tom is fuego, Jed says.
Now, in the beginning, it looked like ALNIS was struggling, and now they're like
That's what I said.
neck and neck.
Crazy that
they're right there together.
And it's just, wherever you decide to devote the time.
Yeah.
Put a lot of time into making sure that
Wow, look how quick he got that pocket in, though. My goodness. And now he's able just to use, there's lots of, one of the coolest things about seeing this competition is the different ways that different CAD systems can address those kinds of challenges. Like he was able to reuse that earlier feature, but somehow make it into a full circle and turn that into cut extrudes.
Very cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. And Tom is now going through and creating those cuts as well in the corners. Both of the experts struggling a little bit with these holes in the corners, but ALNIS managed to get through it, and now he's just making that notch on the nozzle. We call that a nozzle notch.
Nozzle notch.
And we got Tom Smith jumping into a measure command temporarily there, trying to figure out what's going on with those holes. And we are neck and neck here.
Close here, man. This is a very good battle.
First supports ALNIS. We got Tom is fuego, says Jed Hightower. Nice. We need a slow motion replay, yeah. And ALNIS coming in with the answer 744.8 grams, 744 or 745 grams. That is incorrect. That is not correct.
No.
Oh. Yeah, not correct. I like that response.
The audience really played that up. That was great.
So that is not correct. So we are gonna have ALNIS go through and look at his model, look at the 2D print, try to figure out what he missed on there. But the answer 744.8 rounded up to 745 is not correct. Maybe he missed a dimension. That's what somebody in the crowd says. Yep.
Great idea from the crowd.
Solid map shout out. Maybe he needs to use solid map to figure out what's going on. That could maybe help. Great suggestions.
All right, so Tom's got 2 of the circles.
And there we go.
Mirrored
across. Okay. So we can see, if we look at
see how he did that pocket. I saw him do the holes. I didn't even see the
I looked away
itself.
for a second.
Yeah.
Close match.
And Tom Smith always uses Control C, Control V. Tom answering 723.8. That is incorrect.
Oh my God.
That is incorrect.
Woo!
And ALNIS coming in 732.9 or 733. That is correct.
Oh,
Wow. Neck and neck. My goodness.
Nice job, guys.
Woohoo,
Nice job.
man.
Doing the dance, doing the victory dance.
Wow. Yeah, nice victory spin there from ALNIS. Yeah, we like it. Wow. Man, that was pretty intense.
That was tight.
Wow, good game to Tom. Good game to ALNIS. That is going to give ALNIS the first win, but this is a best of 3, so we're going to keep going. Whoa.
Look at that. The cross-section dance.
Wow. The old cross-section shovel. Yeah. Wow.
The old cross-section shuffle.
What else can you do? Keep going. Do more stuff. Wow, okay. Well, that was intense.
That
It was intense on a lot of levels.
2 wrong answers.
Very nicely done. Okay.
Right down to the wire.
Yeah, right down to the wire. Good game to both of our runners.
nice job,
Glenn
guys.
says, way to go, ALNIS. Richard says, only an Onshape, baby. And Alday says, brag time. Bill Heather giving a GG in the chat. What's up, Bill? Welcome. ALNIS is doing donuts on the screen.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I've never seen a cross-section shuffle before.
Yeah, the old cross-section shuffle. So, okay, man, and ALNIS says, holy smokes, that was close and fun. Well, that's going to give ALNIS the first win on that one. And we're going to go on to the next match, which means it's time for the wheel.
Jed really likes your cross-section shuffle.
Yes.
I like that.
All right, here we go. We're down to only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 models left on this thing.
You got enough left?
I think we might have enough.
Okay, good.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to be? You want to try and predict?
I'm feeling 70.
What do you guys think in the crowd here?
Yeah.
78. Yeah, 78. 66.
Okay,
Oof.
some 78s,
All
some
right, settle.
63s. Okay, let's see who gets it right. Here we go. Spin that wheel. You ever hear that song?
On 7.
76.
76. Woo! All right. So 76 it is. Ooh, this is a kind of tough one. Okay. Should we spin again? Just kidding. All right, here we go.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Yeah, good luck. This is going to be a tough one. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about our runners, Dan.
Yeah, so what did I not read about
Maybe some-
on this here? So makes video games and CAD tutorials for fun. That is really cool. Latvian in the USA. So that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Tom, I think another thing about Tom too, we had the pleasure of working with Tom for years in tech support, right? We had a lot of cases, a lot of conversations with Tom, longtime SOLIDWORKS user as well. So these guys are awesome, Toby. Like watching them go through that first part, it's funny too because you look at that and you think like it's not going to be that hard. It's a plate with a nozzle hole and a pocket on it, but they both struggle with it. Both entered the wrong answer right away, and then ALNIS comes back with the right one. So. Really impressive, man. These guys are top notch.
Yeah, I completely agree. And as far as Tom goes, I also just want to say Tom's an absolute shredder on guitar. Got the chance to go and jam with him in person the other day. So
Did you really? That's cool.
Yep,
That's
yep.
awesome.
And Gary too.
Gary was there.
Yep,
Tom,
so-
send us some pictures, man. I wanna
Yeah,
see
send
some
pictures, Tom. I know you have that whole room covered in
camera.
cameras. Send us pictures, bro. So, and I want to give a shout out to All Day in the chat, coming through with some super chat. Thank you so much, All Day. Very much appreciated. Got to meet All Day down in Texas.
Cool.
He also bought a TooTallToby shirt while you're down there.
Cool.
And,
That's awesome.
Huge fan. So thank you, All Day. I mean, I'm a huge fan of All Day.
Eric said that last part looked like a volcano on a raft, which I agree.
Yeah.
Didn't look like a volcano.
That's good, yeah.
Good call, Eric.
Yeah. I wonder if I can use that somewhere, like in my car or something.
No.
See if I can get them to send me that. All right, here we go, guys. So we are ready for this next match, possibly the final match for these guys, depending on how it goes. ALNIS is ahead by 1, but Tom could always do a clean sweep or a sweep 2 in a row. So we're going to see what happens here. Let's flip over to full screen, and let's begin this CAD battle between Onshape and SolidWorks in 3, 2, 1. Go!
Go. Let's do it.
What is the mass of this part in x grams? Tolerance plus or minus 2 grams. And this part is MMGS. It's made out of plastic ABS, 1020 kilograms per cubic meter. And there's a lot going on in this drawing, that's for sure.
This looks like a Model Mania part.
These drawings
This
are
is a tough
tough,
one.
yeah.
I think it's cool, too. Tom is using SolidWorks 2021. Everybody has their favorite version that they use or run.
Absolutely.
2021 is his, I guess.
Yep.
Or maybe it's just what he has installed.
Mine's 2015.
2015 was a good year.
Yeah.
That was a solid
My
version.
absolute favorite. So, alrighty. So, let's go here. We got got some puns in the chat. Do we have a match for third place? No. Third and fourth are it's a bracket. So just third and fourth are kind of grouped together. And let's see what these guys do. So Tom Smith on the right, using SolidWorks, started out by creating one of those circular bosses.
Yep.
And we see that ALNIS on the left is kind of doing this more almost like from a side view. But it looks like they're both kind of pausing, maybe looking at the print, trying to figure out what's going on with this thing. This is a very complicated print. There's a lot going on as far as the dimensions go, as far as the design intent. And you got this kind of rib feature that you can see in the overlay going across the top, but it's also going across the bottom. So that's a little bit of a challenge.
Again, they're starting from different parts or different perspectives as well. Tom kind of choosing that other end as his anchor or his origin for the entire part. This is symmetric, right? Left to right. This
left to right symmetric. Yep. And that's the feature that Tom's creating now is kind of one of those combination counter bore and countersinks.
Yeah.
So it goes down straight, and then it comes through a pretty significant taper. So Tom's going to try to figure out what's going on with that, what the angle needs to be. Getting a little error message there. Look like where on the left we see ALNIS going through, trying to change that sketch from blue to black so that it is what, guys?
Clearly defined.
Fully defined. That's right. Good job. So that it is fully defined. We want to fully define every time. And there we see, ALNIS. Okay. So
he's leaving himself some room. We'll say that, right?
What's he going to do with that?
Kind of creating a canvas, which is interesting. Like sometimes you model more than you need, or put more mass than you need, knowing you're gonna cut away.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting approach.
Yeah. And so we see Tom. It looks like he's working on that first feature, but it looked like he had a lot of features in the tree that were suppressed underneath that feature. So this might be he might be trying to lure ALNIS into a false sense of security.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Like, I only have one feature, and they're just gonna roll that bar down and finish the whole model. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's not doing that.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so ALNIS is now working on that other profile, which that's a really cool strategy. Like once you have that larger shape created, it might save you some time in the long run.
Yeah, and this is one of these features that I've seen a lot of Onshape users and Fusion 360 users do, where they like intentionally create the multiple bodies and then only keep the common areas.
Okay.
In SolidWorks, we would call that a combine using common, but in like Fusion 360 and Onshape, I've seen a lot of users where it's a little bit more intuitive. It's a little bit more, maybe it's taught earlier in the training. A lot of those users seem to be very comfortable with that idea, kind of like Boolean type functionality.
Yep. Yeah, and Eric says, creating a canvas, that's a really bold strategy, Cotton.
He's going for it.
He is. He's really going for it.
Really easy to make a mistake on this part. Yeah, I completely agree, Eric. There's a lot.
Now these guys are at pretty similar parts or similar phases in the model.
We got somebody in the audience, live audience, cheering for the Onshape user.
It's a live audience. You never know what you're going to get with a live audience, man.
Yeah. They're going for it. We got Reed Grubbs in the chat saying we need a fully defined t-shirt. Yeah, I think we can make that happen.
I like that too.
Yeah. It'll be all black.
So, yes. Yeah, just be a black t-shirt.
It's an all black t-shirt, yeah. We can get them made, no problem.
Tom, power trim. Everybody's favorite sketch feature.
We got the core podcast in the chat today.
Oh, dang.
This may be a bit of an advanced part for us, they say. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I think they could
those
crush
are some
this.
sharp guys. Yeah. those are
Kirby
some
and Johnny probably already have this thing done.
Tom's checking some tangency there. ALNIS is working on the interior cavity. That is pretty complex, Toby. It's not like just a standard hole in there, right? It's something you need to spend a little time sketching.
It's one of those combos where you can sync the, you can, if it's a machined part, you can put that countersunk screw down in and the head won't end up sticking out.
Yep.
Bill Heather says the T-shirt should be white, the sketch should be all black. That's probably
a better move.
Yeah.
I need some coffee.
Let's go. We got some of that Death Wish coffee here at the ranch today.
Oh, I didn't know that was on the menu.
Yeah. Oh, the Victory Cat T-shirt. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Actually, I would really like that. I would like a Victory Cat T-shirt.
Yeah, you gotta have the Victory Cat T-shirt.
Oh, man, these guys are neck and neck. I know they don't know it, but they're neck and neck.
Yeah.
And it is so cool to watch two people model of the same part.
They started so different.
Yeah.
And now here we are again, like where they're just at those final couple of features,
Yep.
and one of them is going to need to figure out how to get that across the finish line.
Yeah. It's close.
Adam Scott, completely neutral comment, says, "I don't want to see Tom win any. I want to see SOLIDWORKS get trashed by Onshape."
Totally neutral. Adam.
Totally neutral. Yep. Approved.
Totally agnostic. Ooh, Tom's got something there. He's some kind of error message he's got to figure out. What is it?
From one of those earlier boss extrudes. And it looks like ALNIS is now going to try to figure out what to do with that rib shape. Let's see how he ends up doing this. This is the end game here.
Yep.
That rib is. I noticed they both kind of saved it to the end, and they're both gonna have to figure out what to do with it, how to model it up, what's the best approach. Because like always, there's going to be more than one way to get this done.
Man, close, very close.
Yeah.
These guys are super talented.
Yeah. Very, very tricky print this time around. This braced arm. We'll see what these guys can end up doing with this.
Alligator head.
And ALNIS went for it. Alligator head says the live. We should always ask what people think this thing is.
What do you think this is?
What do you think this
Audience,
is?
what do you think this is?
Yeah. Alligator head. Yeah, that's legit.
That is legit. Control arm.
Yep, that's good. Yep. It may be. Maybe that I need this, so.
Yeah, is this just a ploy to get like all of the things you need modeled?
This is all you gotta do if you want to get free modeling done.
Yeah.
This is it.
Host worldwide
just
CAD
gotta put
tournaments.
together a worldwide speed modeling tournament. Boom. Easy money. All right, let's see how ALNIS handles this. Looks like he's going for it with a sweep. Okay.
Whoa.
I think that's an approved approach in this tournament. But maybe he didn't quite get.
It needs to terminate in there, right?
yeah.
It kind of terminates halfway down that.
Kind of wasn't expecting
other
that.
tangent
Let's see if
face.
he's able to figure this out. This drawing is definitely if you're watching this live and you go back and screen capture this drawing, there's a lot going on in this drawing. It's easy to get confused. Sometimes drawings are like that. It's kind of like a map, and it's easy to get confused as you're going through a drawing that has a lot of dimensions on it.
Drawings are tough.
Yep.
The audience says these drawings are tough.
Eric says this is the bottom jaw of a Hungry Hungry Hippo game piece. That is correct. And I do need them for my Hungry Hungry Hippo game because it broke. So these guys are modeling it up for me.
ALNIS is there, Toby.
And we have ALNIS coming in with an answer of 2485. That is not correct for the braced arm. That is not correct. So he's going to need to go through. He's going to need to look at his model. He's going to need to look at that 2D drawing and see if he can't figure out where he went wrong. He still has a chance to answer one more time. Tom also has a chance to answer once incorrect and once correct, or just once correct if he wants, just to get it correct the first time.
Might as well do that.
Yep. And I like how ALNIS has the mass of all three materials.
I saw that, yes. You can kind of see all three at once.
Just kind of up there. I don't know if that's a custom. I know in Onshape you can write custom APIs pretty easily.
The
So.
Core Podcast wants to know if your background is real or not.
Great question.
Great question.
Yep.
To be revealed later.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a built-in Zoom backdrop.
Of your family.
Okay, and Alday says we can see the problem. Okay, good. So, audience, the audience is able to look at this thing and see, what's missing.
Tom's going back and looking at one of his first features here, Toby.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are doing some rework. They're rethinking this.
Yep. We're gonna see what these two CAD masters come up with. Two different CAD masters, two different areas of the world, two different CAD systems.
Yep.
Struggling to figure this out. Maya says the answer is smiley, 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 smiley. I like that cross section where it
yeah.
shows the hatch there. That's
was
kind of
cool.
cool. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. And ALNIS is just kind of going through feature by feature. We've all done this before.
Yep.
Just trying to figure out, what.
Which I respect that. He's not rushing. He's like, you know what? I'll just take my time and go through this one feature at a time and see where we went wrong. Me, I would just panic and lose it.
I would just say, I don't care. Just go.
Yeah.
And Tom Smith on the right kind of
He's
running into some challenges.
He's troubleshooting here, but
Yeah.
same thing. Tom's going one step at a time, kind of troubleshooting this whole part.
Yep.
And Ivan says, Tom, what did you break?
Ricardo J says, nice model, Toby. Thanks very much, Ricardo J. Appreciate it. And Tom coming through there with the sweep as well.
Yep.
And what are we going to see here to get rid of that extra geometry on Tom's model? I wonder.
I think we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
The
That's
command
what we
of the
like.
day so
Wow. Nice shortcut to get all those faces, too.
That was pretty sick, Tom.
Yeah. Very nice delete face. Approved.
Approved. Delete.
Okay, and ALNIS revising his answer to 2,638 grams. That is incorrect. That is not correct. Oh, no. Okay. So now ALNIS has to kind of sit back a little bit and watch Tom, and we are going to turn on the 5-minute timer for Tom. We're going to give him a 5-minute countdown, and we're going to see if Tom is able to, in this next 5 minutes, come up with the correct answer. Hell yeah, in the chat again. Super chat says try again. Nice sticker. I like
Try
it.
again. Wow.
I like it.
Man, the support is real.
Try again. Yeah.
Good luck, Tom.
Good luck, Tom.
Good luck, Tom. And Eric says 5 minutes won't be enough without Onshape. We got some. Man, the Onshape chat game is on point today.
Yeah, I got some real
My
supporters out today.
goodness. Yeah, haters gonna hate.
Haters.
Agree.
And seeing Tom trying to figure out that lower face, that lower
Mhm.
piece.
And seeing ALNIS looking through, trying to figure out
Shout
what.
out to ALNIS. I mean, the model looks awesome. It looks like the print, right? We all have been there. It looks exactly like, man, this is what's there. And Tom has had to dig apart his sketches quite a bit and go back and kind of reverse engineer what he spent a lot of time on.
Yep.
Thin feature, closing it off
Yeah.
quickly there.
Yeah, I hate it. I really do not like when that happens. When you intentionally have something and SolidWorks says, "Oh, you must want this to be thin."
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm trying to do contour.
Oh, look, there's the moment we were waiting for. He brings back his
Wow,
later
he rolls to
features.
the end.
Yeah.
I'm not that far behind, guys. I don't need the full 5 minutes. I got this thing.
Tom
Does the
just
final spin.
did
Looks
the
like he's using
spin.
a Space Navigator as well.
Yep. Let's see what he comes in. Maybe ALNIS can do that cross-section shuffle while we're waiting.
Yeah, for sure. And so we got 3 minutes left for Tom to look over his model. He comes in with an answer here, 2,568. That is incorrect.
Oh my god!
That is not correct. I'm sorry, Tom Smith. That is not the correct answer. I've been waiting to say that the whole tournament. Sorry, Tom Smith. That is not the correct answer. And so Tom Smith now has one more chance to get this correct. So he's going to need to look through the model. He's going to need to look through the print, try to make sure that everything on the print is, what he was expecting.
I wonder about that rib in the middle, Toby. That's it's a pretty complex feature.
It's the old braced arm,
Yeah.
It's gotten many a CAD expert.
It's
Tied up many a CAD expert, yeah.
for the audience's sake here, Toby, what do you do in the case of a stalemate? These guys go on to the next part?
It's a great question, Dan. That is what we do. It's just a push. In fact, in the round of 8, in the Elite 8, we had two different matches that went to a push.
Wow.
Yep. So the Gerben Victor match 2 went to a push, and I think it was the Tom Smith Andrew Lowe match went to a push as well. So we got backups upon backups in this. We got a production team like mine.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're taken care of.
Jed is so right. He's getting stressed out. That's how I feel watching this. I'm getting stressed out for ALNIS, for Tom.
Yep.
You just feel the stress.
Yes, you do. Under 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes. No pressure.
Tom's checking everything.
Yep. Under 2 minutes. Let's see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
ALNIS kind of looking over, doing a little shuffle. Another shuffle.
All Day makes a good point. Like, ALNIS is over there still trying to figure out what he did. Even though he's wrong, he's out on this one, he's still trying to figure out what's wrong with the model.
Yes. Andres is in the chat, earlier competitor. He says, a true engineer at heart.
Yep, for sure.
I like that. All right, so we're down to the final 1 minute and 15 seconds. Tom's going to look over his model. He's going to just try to figure out, did I miss him? No, that looks like a dimensional change there. It's kind of interesting. Tom's going to look over his model and see if he can't figure out
stressful stuff.
What,
man.
if anything, he missed. Tom comes in with the answer, 2644 grams. That is not correct.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Wow. So it's a push.
It's a push.
Sorry, guys. It's a push. And I see ALNIS has put 2632 up on screen and asks in the chat, was it 2632? ALNIS, it was 2632.
Ah, there it is.
That was the correct answer. So good job going through and finding it, figuring out what it was. Yep. GG. Whoop. Yep. Goes through and finds it. No points this round, but very well played to both of our runners. Wow.
Wow, man. Tom says, "Gah!" in the chat.
Yep.
Very tough.
Yep. Very nice. So let's give a GG to everyone. Everyone's a winner on this one, right?
Everybody won. Everybody lost and everybody won.
Everybody likes a chop.
Yeah.
I think it's time for the wheel of misfortune to come back out. So let's see what's going on with this next matchup. Let's shake it off. Let's put that last one behind us.
All right.
Let's go here. We got 4 more choices here. What are you guys rooting for on this one?
Oh, 78. 78.
78.
A lot of people rooting for 78. I hear a 63 in there. I just want to say thank you to SolidBox. Remember, guys, if you ever need computers for professional level CAD, check out mysolidbox.com. And let's spin this wheel. Here we go. What's it going to be? Oh, here comes 63. It got there. 63. Yeah. Okay. All right. Another tricky one. All right. Let's remove that from the list. We're down to just 3 on the magic wheel. And let's learn a little bit more about our runners. Dan, anything else you want to say about ALNIS, about Tom? Any fun memories you have hanging out with Tom, learning about drones?
I remember visiting Tom at a company, and he was a CAD admin there, and he had a batch script that ran every single morning and reapplied SOLIDWORKS settings to every single person's machine, like to make sure everybody was. And I always thought that was so cool.
Just to troll his users.
Yeah, well, I mean, more to keep everybody in line. Like,
I swear.
There's one option. Keep turning back on.
I swear I changed this yesterday. What is going on?
I always thought that was cool. Like,
yeah, that is cool.
I think he took the SOLIDWORKS settings file and exported it to a text file and edited the text file and then put it back in and send it out as a batch every. Tom, I hope I'm not giving away your trade secrets here, but I always thought that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I agree. I remember I would always talk to Tom we were in tech support, and I would talk to Tom if I had questions about the admin image. Yeah, because he was so good at running those admin images to his company. Yeah. So huge shout out to Tom, huge respect. And here we go, guys. Next match, we got ALNIS ahead by 1 point. Can he cinch this thing and move on to the finals, or is Tom going to stop him? Let's find out.
See, man. That was a tough one.
That was intense. Here we go. Let's find out in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 2 grams. And there are a couple of dimensions that I tried to call out for our runners here. One thing I just want to point out is that those radii in the pockets are different. 2 of them are R15 and 2 of them are R10. So just look out for that. I don't know if our runners are even listening to this audio through the YouTube, but if they are, just look out for that because that could definitely trip you up.
It's interesting that whole face is not uniform right on the top of the part there. There's some curvature. There's some cuts there.
Yep,
So,
this is the curved arm.
that's tough, man.
What is the mass of this part? In XXXX grams. Both of our runners are in it. Let me jump over so we can see. And look at this. Both of the runners, both of our experts using 2 different CAD systems, starting in the exact same way. Very interesting, especially because when we look at this 2D print, this those 2 faces are not necessarily aligned. They're not aligned.
Yeah,
in
and
the front.
we don't
They're not
always
aligned
see
in the
this.
back. Yeah,
We don't always see this, right? Like taking the same approach right out of the gate. And like if that's all you saw was those 2 sketches, you'd be like, man, this is the same guy using the same CAD system.
Yeah, it's almost what it looks like. Yeah, like I'm sharing the same screen on
Yeah.
both windows, but no, these are 2 different windows.
Wow.
ALNIS using Onshape on the left, Tom using SolidWorks on the right, and and the 5-minute timer. Thank you. That should not be on there. That's only for
Good call.
at the end. Thank you very much for that. And let's see here. We got some huge shout outs to Dan Wagner. While these guys are getting started here, I just want to say
Swagner.
to
Thank
Swagner,
you,
yeah.
Kirby or Johnny, whoever that is.
yeah, Dan's the best COCOM. Dan's the man.
Oh, wow.
Agree, Dan Swagner, for smashing the COCOM. That's from the Core Podcast. It's probably pretty late over there, so that might be why they're slurring.
It is 4 p.m.
Alrighty, and let's
It
see
is
here.
happy hour, though, so good for you guys.
And he says the guy in the green shirt in the crowd is on his 6th cup of coffee. Okay, yeah, good. It's good. Good counting. That is correct. Shout out Tamara Station. All right.
So Tom's spending a lot more time on this first profile.
Yeah.
ALNIS kind of got the whole shape up on screen a little bit quickly, and now has flipped his perspective, right? So we'll see. They started so similar and then quickly diverged. Quickly went different paths.
Yeah, and it's all about trying to figure out, what's going on with that rear geometry. Where is it located relative to the front of the model? And we see that ALNIS is going through and kind of knocking that in there. But Tom already has the interior pocket drawn up. We've seen this plenty of times too. I think 5lax was the first person in the tournament that really took advantage of the whole creating a layout and doing contour selection and shared sketches.
Yep.
And it can really pay off. You can all of a sudden look like you're at the beginning of the model, and then before you know it, you're done.
And here comes Tom using contour select. ALNIS is spending a lot of time on that curved face. That curved face scares me when I look at that part. I'm like, oh man, I know I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time on that.
Yeah, there's some tricky dimensions. I see ALNIS doing the dimension to tangency. It's one of my favorite, one of my favorite things to throw at these guys, and he just has no problem as a Onshape professional, certified Onshape pro. ALNIS just rips through, and looks like we're gonna see a cut. Maybe like a cut with surface or just a kind of a cut. What? I don't even know what that was.
Okay, yeah, wow.
That was
All
pretty
right.
cool. Just like pushed it right through. Meanwhile, we see Tom on the right, now looking down on this thing from the top, probably getting into that same challenge, creating that curved
That
face on the
upper
back of the
curved
part.
Face, yeah. And there's so many ways you could attack that. And it looks like ALNIS is now working on maybe removing some material.
Just going to remove that comment a day just to make sure that we're not advising the runners. We're going to let them get through on their own.
You need a back-end production team here, Toby.
Back
Chat
end.
monitoring.
Yep. We need to maybe like reroute the sub key encryption.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think that's what we really need. Couldn't hold myself back. Yep, I know. It's exciting.
I couldn't hold myself back.
Design Pulley says, this part looks like a futuristic concept car. Yeah, I like it.
This is, the part that scares me, sending this to the machinist with that curved face. It's like, is it right? I hope it's right.
They're not
before we
gonna
cut this thing.
they're not gonna like that at all.
They're not going to like this. What is Tom going to do here? I can't wait. I think I know what he's going to do with this sketch, but I want to see. ALNIS has that whole interior removed. He's going to do some fillets.
And it looks like Green Shirt Guy just got back with some more coffee from the store. Okay, and here we see ALNIS going through and working on the interior section of that curved arm. So he's kind of looking like he's
very close.
spinning this up. He's getting pretty close, yeah.
He's not too far off.
Yep, and Tom Smith on the right going through and making that curved section on the back of the part. So let's see how ALNIS handles this. Wow, I like the use of offset there.
Yep.
Very nice.
I'm sweating, man. I'm getting nervous for both of these guys.
Yeah.
It's also pretty hot down here. This blazing fire in this fake background that we have.
Yep, the fire is legit. Shout out to the fireman in the back there, keeping things running. Appreciate it. All right.
Tom adding a little bit of material there.
Mm-hmm.
Core Podcast is confirming this better be right. The machine tech would murder me if it wasn't. Wow. That's pretty extreme.
Yeah, make some scrap parts. Look at Tom Smith on the right. He's got almost all the geometry done that he needs for this whole thing. Just because he created those contours in the beginning, really set himself up. And we see ALNIS on the left coming through and creating the, it looks like creating...
Is it like a set screw hole or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a set screw going into that larger ring on this curved arm. Is Tom exploiting a bit, Jet asks. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get away with too many exploits in these final few matches.
Set screw probably has like a tiny Phillips or a tiny little Allen key hole that you're going to strip out. That happened to me on my doorknob.
And there we see ALNIS was able to, it looks like, create that counter bore. And so he's going into his special custom macro here.
Yeah,
and he's
that's very
going to enter
cool.
an answer here for this curved arm. ALNIS coming in with 4710. And that is correct. Wow. So,
GG, man.
wow.
GG.
GG to both of our runners. Congratulations to ALNIS going through and giving us a little show at the end here, a little victory dance for the victory cat. GG.
Oh, he's doing a color dance.
I like the color dance as well. GG to Tom Smith as well. Let's be sure to give a GG to both of our runners in the chat. Very nicely done.
Very
wow. Impressive.
Holy
My
cow.
goodness. That was pretty darn epic.
Tom's putting some sketch text here somewhere. You know he's going for something cool when the sketch text.
Hopefully it's PG.
GG, yeah.
GG PG. Wow, man.
Very impressive, gentlemen.
Very impressive.
ALNIS, congrats. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
I think we're set up for a pretty crazy final round here, man.
Yeah, I am very excited to see how this all ends up shaking out here. Holy smokes, man. That was GG to both of the runners. Let's everybody in the chat make sure we give a GG. Hell yeah, coming in again.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Wow. So, GG, ALNIS, and Tom says, I can relax. That's what he was typing. I can relax now. It's been a long time coming. Tom's been really stressed. He told me when we were jamming together, he said.
This has to be stressful.
Yeah.
I wonder how these guys prepare, how they study, like what do they do to get ready for this? I would certainly be nervous. It's stakes are high. It couldn't be any higher.
Stakes are high. We're at the final four, and now I guess actually with that we set ourselves up here for the final battle. So GG to ALNIS, GG to Tom. Congratulations. Tom says his preparation routine is nothing. So there you go. There's the answer to your question, Dan.
Yep.
And with that, we are going to move into the final matchup: Ivan the Reasonable versus ALNIS. SolidWorks versus Onshape for the World Championship 2022.
Yeah.
Wow.
World champions.
Yeah. Wow. So let's just take a short intermission, guys. Quick bio break. We're going to get stuff all set up and ready for this next matchup. But, while you're taking the break, be sure to just take a moment and hit the like button on that YouTube.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, left click on that like button. LMB. On that like button, and we're gonna be back here in just a moment. We see Niles says, "Let's kick some SolidWorks ass! Come on, yeah, let's do it." And green shirt is gonna be the coffee refill. Yep, that is correct.
That is right.
And let's go. So we'll see you guys in just about 7 minutes. Let's do this. What's up, everybody? We are back.
Hey, everybody. I'm tying my shoe.
Hello. Oh, yeah, no, please continue. Welcome back.
Toby, I'm still like recovering from those first.
We
two
need a little,
rounds, man.
little decompression.
A little decompression.
Man, that was pretty intense.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say so.
Victor got knocked out. I had to tell my roommate. He was really cheering for Victor also. I said, I'm really sorry, son. Victor got knocked out. He said, I know. I saw.
I saw.
So,
The whole world saw it.
the whole world is watching, yeah. And Tom Smith seemed like he was he felt like he was at peace with that.
For sure, yeah, and I think I was joking, right? Like, what are these guys doing to prepare for this? Like, but I know a guy like Tom, like, didn't need to prepare. He just, I think rolls out of bed and is a world-class level SolidWorks user.
Speed modeling
Yes,
champion
speed
from
modeling.
the start of the day. We also sometimes what I see on YouTube because I can see when all the comments come in is I'll see people preparing in the sense that they go through the practice models.
Sure.
So if you guys aren't aware, there are a lot of practice models available on the YouTube channel. It's the practice models playlist over at the TooTallToby YouTube channel on this channel, and there's over 50 models on there right now.
That's awesome,
I think maybe exactly 50 right now. And it's basically me showing you a 2D print and you trying to turn it into a 3D model. So definitely check out that playlist if you haven't seen it yet. It is a good way to get some good practice in. And what I often see is the night before the tournament, like last night, shout out to Victor, I saw like 3 or 4 answers come in from him. And I'm like, oh, okay,
He's
Victor's
out there trying.
Yeah, he's in the lab. He's working in the lab a little bit, getting himself ready for the big tournament. So that's what you got to do, right? That's what you got to do. So here we go. Let's just a real quick. I just wanted to real quick review the roadmap for 2023 because after this tournament, we're going to be basically heading into 2023. I'm excited about a lot of stuff going on with the channel. We're going to do more live streaming. We're going to see some live builds of assemblies. So most of the stuff that I did this year was all parts, tips and tricks on parts. Now we're going to get into some more assembly stuff, more speed modeling challenges for everybody. I know the chat loves the speed modeling challenges, and of course the 2023 tournament. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to have lots of information about that going into 2023. If you want to stay in the know, you can like and subscribe. That's a good way. That way you get notified whenever we have any new content come out. How are we doing with our like count compared to our viewers count? Let's take a look. 113 watching, 84 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 113. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit it. If you already hit the like button, sign in from your phone on a different account and like from there as well. We want to make sure.
Every device in your house should be on.
Yeah, go to your refrigerator, sign in from there, and we're going to get as many likes as we can.
The other thing that helps me, Toby, is also setting the reminder. Like when I know you're going to have a live stream, click on the live stream itself and set a reminder. Because even if you're subscribed, even if you've liked you still want to be reminded about that particular live stream. So that helps me too. And
TooTallToby.com on the calendar page, you can also add an appointment to your Outlook or add an appointment to your.
That's great.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend Bob the other day. I was helping him out with actually doing a little tech support for him.
Nice.
And at the end, I was like, hey, let me just do this real quick. I went to TooTallToby on his computer. I added it to Outlook and to Google and everything. I was like, don't forget, you got to tune in on Saturday. So, Bob, I hope that it worked. I hope you're watching, bro. So, and of course, join the mailing list at TooTallToby.com also. That's where we can get you lots of news. And I don't know if did we talk about the shirts yet?
I'm not sure.
There are shirts for sale. These black TooTallToby shirts. They look great. They feel great. Tampa Station has one. So
Softest, hottest merch in the world.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah, you like
Softest, hottest merch in the world. Yeah, very good. Very apropos for the World Championship.
It is.
And speaking of the World Championship, we got Ivan the Reasonable from Canada using SolidWorks going up against ALNIS from the United States using Onshape. So, and these guys I think are almost neighbors as well. So
Probably.
yeah. So they, they're at least I think in the same time zone. So here we go. Let's get into it here. This is going to be our 2022 Speed Modeling World Championship. Dan, maybe you can just say a few more words about these guys as I finish getting things ready.
Yeah, watching these two rounds come together, man. I mean, when you look at those final four, it could be any two of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we ended up here with two superstars. I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Both very fast.
You got neighbor Jeff in the chat too, by the way.
Oh,
Toby.
neighbor
5
Jeff.
stars. He said would watch again.
Wow.
Would watch again.
Thank you,
that's
neighbor
high
Jeff.
praise. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Very much
so yeah, I
appreciated.
think we ended up with two really amazing users, two really amazing designers here. in ALNIS and with Ivan. I chatted with Ivan this week. He was super pumped about this, and watching ALNIS go through is really impressive as well. So just awesome, man. I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty darn epic. And so just going to do one last thing here. There we go. And I think we're looking good, right? We got everything.
Everybody ready? Is the live audience ready for this final round? Woof. Live audience sounds ready. Coffee? Green shirt guy, you got coffee? All right, he's got coffee.
Okay, green shirt guy has his coffee. Studio audience is good. Layouts are good. Everything is good. Guys, we're going to have ALNIS on the left running Onshape. We're going to have Ivan on the right running SolidWorks. I have our final matchup parts ready to go. We don't need the wheel anymore. We're just gonna go for it here with the agenda. So I think this is pretty much it, guys. This is the World Championship 2022. Make some noise in the chat. Throw some random letters and numbers in the chat. Make some noise in the audience. We are very, very excited here. Good luck to ALNIS. Good luck to Ivan. Let's get into it here and find out who is going to be the 2022 World Speed Modeling Champion. This CAD Battle of Championship begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXX.X grams? Tolerance plus or minus 0.3 grams. MMGS, plain carbon steel. Hell yeah, coming into the chat. Density is 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. We got some magenta colored notes here to remind you guys not to miss certain features. And both of the runners are kind of looking over the print, trying to decide what they're going to do with it. If you want to play along with from home, grab a screen capture. But it looks like both of our runners now have a game plan. So let's flip over and see how these two champions do.
These guys are the best of the best, Toby. So if you're a newer user, like someone who's maybe not as experienced watching this, like you can know that. Like you're watching the greats at work here. You're watching some people who really know what they're doing. And you can definitely learn a thing or two. You can definitely pick up a tip. Watching Ivan go through shortcuts or mirror something like that quickly. Those
no toolbars.
No toolbars.
Yeah.
Those are things you can use every day in real life, right? Like when you're modeling parts, when you're doing something at work. Super valuable stuff.
Yeah. The ability to not have to go up, to not have to go up to your toolbars every time, to use these shortcuts is really, I mean, you can see throughout this tournament, it's really what's making the difference between the people who advance and the people who don't. And it's, there's a lot of value there in learning how to do it. And of course, it's not just about speed, right? These have to be accurate. I mean, even this part is plus or minus 0.3 grams. Across, it's in 3 significant digits, XXX grams, plus or minus 0.3 grams. So I almost said the answer there. I almost said,
oh, sorry, dog.
They don't like it when we have fun. So, yeah, they're the fun police. All right. Reed Grubbs is in the chat. Says, this is a piece of cake.
Holy
it looks
cow.
kind of like a piece of cake, yeah. Green cake.
Piece of cake. Good luck to both.
Yep. Tom Smith.
Tom Smith.
Why didn't I get this drawing?
Yeah. Ivan's got some geometry on screen. ALNIS is spending a lot of time on this sketch here. Again, different approaches, and you're seeing two designers go about things very differently here. Yeah, the dogs are getting excited.
Getting
live audience.
We got somebody getting ejected from the.
We got people being ejected
live
from
crowd.
The crowd here.
Yeah. So we got Ivan on the right using SolidWorks. No toolbars. He's from Canada. He's a dad of 4. And he's just going through, kind of looking at this thing from the side view, trying to figure out what that profile is going to look like. This is one of these weird parts, right, where it curves in 2 directions. So you have that curve kind of coming down to the nose of that arm, where then you have that little, I don't know what you would call that.
Pitch.
I like that.
I like that word.
Yeah. And then you've got ALNIS on the left doing a lot more of an overall layout, trying to kind of get everything into one single sketch. And, we've talked about that before, like which approach is better. Is it better to keep it simple? Is it better to include everything in one sketch?
And it's also the difference of trying to win a speed modeling tournament versus doing this at work, right? They're 2 very different things. Yes. Trying to do this quickly or trying to do it in a way at work that your boss is going to like. Could be 2 different things.
Yeah. I was on the SolidWorks Discord the other day, and they, I think it was Parge who said, what's the value of speed modeling? And his response was, a lot of times you do end up kind of making iterative versions of your final models.
Right.
So you might do a speed model first just to like get the idea out, just to get it to the 3D printer or whatever. And then after you're done with that, if it's approved,
Yeah.
you'll go back and make the model all over again.
Sure. Because, the next time you open it or someone else opens it, you know, you want it to be a little bit more predictable, a little bit more uniform.
Exactly. I thought that was like a great case study too for like where speed modeling can be of value is in that exact case model, where you just need to get something out quickly so you can get the project started. Like just get it through that first gate.
Travis wants to know in the chat, what are the betting my odds on these folks? So like if we're placing bets here, right? Maybe that's the next evolution of TooTallToby's CAD modeling tournament here.
Yeah.
Is a betting pool.
Yeah, we got to get that going. We got to make a note of that. We definitely got to get that going. Yeah, I think in this case, I mean, it would just be even.
I would agree. Yeah, these guys, I could go either way with this.
They could be either one of them. And even for this model, like you might look at this model and think, oh, one user's way out in front, but you really don't know.
You never know because ALNIS has literally just an extrude and he's working on a second sketch. That's it. Mm-hmm. But you never know. He could finish the part with one feature. He's got a lot in that first sketch. Yeah. Ivan, though, that's a lot of the geometry. That's a good portion of the geometry there.
You looked at this model and said, I think I can probably do this one. He really moved through it quickly. That looks like Ivan's moving to that. There's actually a lower pocket on this part. There's kind of like an area on the inside that's a little bit tricky where it's kind of carved out a little bit. So Ivan's going to go through and try to figure out what's going on with that pocket. Sometimes in the 2D print we'll have multiple views here so you can kind of see what's going on. And we see ALNIS on the left using Onshape, trying to, wow, look at that. I looked away for a second.
Look away, you look back, and he just kind of catches right up.
They're right there together. They're literally making the same feature at the same time.
Yep. Oh, very same exact sketch, and even the same dimension. Like, oh my gosh, so crazy, man.
Yeah.
This is like watching two like world-class sprinters coming down the home stretch. And just seeing who's going to get there first.
And so we've got, looks like a cut offset from surface, both of them doing it at the same time.
Yep.
Two different CAD packages.
This is coming down to this last feature, man.
Yeah.
Unless I'm seeing something different, it's coming down to who can get this counterbore into this face faster.
And they know, I mean, if they're listening to us, they know how close they are.
Yep.
So just kind of adds to the pressure, like, got to just get this last feature in.
And it's got to be right.
Yep. And this is, this is the finals. This is the absolute world championship finals. So these models are going to be a little more complicated. They're going to have more features. When we were in the round of 32, the models might only have like 2-3 features in the whole tree. Now you can see we're getting into 7, 8, 9, 10 features before you finally have the correct geometry. Hell yeah, says unbelievable. Jed Hightower says
unbelievable. Toby, we are down to the wire here, man. What's going to happen? Get ready, everybody.
Yeah. What is the mass of this part in xxx.x grams? That is the question. Really an existential question of sorts.
Oh, Ivan did have one other feature underneath. Okay.
This part's a little bit weird. There's a lot of little extra pockets, a little extra overhangs, things like that. So Ivan's got to figure out how to get that last feature in there, but looks like he's not going to struggle with it at all.
No. And
ALNIS has an answer in 709.9. That is not correct.
Oh,
that is not correct. Ivan coming in with an answer 673.9. That is not correct.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So ALNIS coming in 709.9. That is incorrect. And Ivan coming in 673.9. That is incorrect. So now,
oh my gosh.
Now we enter phase 2.
Phase 2.
Yeah.
The death match.
We need to go through. We need to figure out, what did we miss? What was there a dimension? Was there a feature? What's going on with this model? How could I have missed something? And Thier, we're going to try not to. We're not going to. Hold on, let me get rid of this real quick. Thier, we want to make sure. Thier. Is that Thier?
They're there.
They're there. We're not gonna answer. We're not gonna let people know what they're doing wrong. We want to make sure that we let the audience or sorry, let the runners get this correct. There's too much going
Yeah.
on. Gotta reset my brain. Need some coffee.
Coffee.
Here we go.
These guys are so close, though, and now watching them have to go back through and kind of interrogate what they did, find out where they went wrong, check every feature, every dimension. Because this is it. They both only get one more shot, right?
That's it. Yeah, one more shot. If you get it wrong the second time, then you're gonna need to just sit out, basically.
Rethink your life choices, I
Rethink,
guess.
yeah. Yeah. You're gonna need to just kind of sit it out and figure out and then watch the other person potentially snake that win.
Ivan's pulling up measure real quick.
He's really trying to look through on the right there, using the measure command.
This
What
is
did I
like
miss?
stakes are a lot higher with the second answer. You need to be sure you're right. The first one you can kind of take a shot at it if you're not 100% sure.
Yep. Barry says, "I see it, Ivan." He's letting him know that.
It is cool when an audience member sees it and you're at home. You're like, I know.
ALNIS answers 666.2. That is not correct.
Oh, no.
That is not correct. So now we go to the timer. We're going to give Ivan the 5-minute timer. And we are going to, I keep forgetting R. We are going to see what he comes up with.
gonna
Ivan
see what he
going
comes
through.
up with here.
Yeah, checking feature by feature.
This part of the match is interesting because now the other runner can breathe for a moment. It kind of gives you the advantage. You can breathe for a moment and just see.
For a moment. Not too many moments, though.
Yeah, I mean, 5.
We saw in
5 minutes.
Victor Gerben that Gerben ended up just taking a little too long. Literally, the clock ran down to 0.
No way.
And
Wow.
Gerben answered
Yeah,
like
I
10
didn't see
seconds
that.
later.
Wow.
Like, he was right there, but he just took a little too long. So the incorrect answers that we've had so far are ALNIS 709.9. That was incorrect. Then we had Ivan 673.9. That was incorrect. And then we ended up with ALNIS 666.25. That was incorrect. So, or .2, excuse me, 666.2. Tolerance is plus or minus 0.3 grams. Our man in the chat says, impressive match. No Gerben or Victor, but great nonetheless. Love it. Love it. The chat is saying these models for the final match are
Yeah,
tough.
these are challenging for sure.
Yeah, Barry says he sees it. Jed says I don't see it. Tom says, can we get a drawing view again? Sure. No problem, Tom. Let's take a look
I was
here.
wondering that too.
Bring this up, make this a little bit bigger for everybody. You guys can take a look at that or screen capture it. This is kind of in the way. See what we can do to make this a little bit easier to see. There we go.
He's checking this first sketch again too.
Hopefully that was enough time for you guys to
There
screen
is
capture
some,
that.
There is some underdefined. Yeah, okay. He's checking that.
Waiting for ALNIS's victory dance variations. Yep.
I do like those victory dances.
Yeah, we all like those victory dances. So we got
He's checking all the interior
Ivan,
edges. Yeah.
checking everything.
You do as the other runner again. You have a little bit of time here to think this through a little bit more deeply and see what did I miss, where did I go wrong.
Yeah, this is definitely, and just reading back through the chat, a lot of people saying this is a tough one. This is a tough one.
And at some point, you just go for it, right?
Let's see what happens. So it looks like Ivan is going to answer with the answer 665.6. That is correct.
Oh, Ivan,
Wow.
Nice job.
Wow. Very nicely
So close to
done.
ALNIS, too.
My goodness.
ALNIS was so close to that.
And yeah, and ALNIS is there in his. You can see he's got the answer there up on the screen now. 665.36 or 665.4, which would have been within tolerance.
Within tolerance,
665. Yep. So 665.6 plus or minus 0.3. So that would have been within tolerance. ALNIS. Man, so close. Both runners are amazing.
Impressive, very
Wow,
impressive.
wow, wow. That is the first match of our World Championship. First person to win 3 will be declared the 2022 World Champion.
World champion.
My goodness. What do you think is going to happen, Dan?
I don't know, man. As I think Travis in the chat said before, I would love to bet on this, but I don't even know what I would do at this point. 'Cause these guys are so good, man.
They're both so good. Man. Well, we got to get another model queued up here. I think I got a good one for these guys for this next one. This is actually my favorite model.
Your favorite model. You're going with your favorite model
Favorite
now.
model of the entire tournament. Very apropos to have it here for the matchup between these two titans. So once we get this thing ready here, we're gonna be taking a look and seeing how they handle this one. I think we're gonna like this one.
Holy cow, I like this one.
Yeah, a little sneak preview.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm sure you guys are all ready for this. I'm definitely ready. Give them some time to dry their hands. Oh, good advice from all day.
Yeah, get some like baby powder.
Yeah.
Dry your hands off. Whew. Everybody okay?
It was the 50 dimension.
All right. They're ready. Live audience is ready.
Yeah, Barry called it. It was the 50 millimeter dimension. Says he found it. Yeah. See it. Yep. All right. All right, guys. Well, here we go. Potentially the last match, depending how these guys handle this one.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Yeah. Good luck to both of our runners. Congratulations to both of our runners making it to the final two. You guys are both absolute champions. But let's see who is gonna take down the crown. Our CAD battle begins. Oh, no. Back up here a little. Our CAD battle begins in, let's go to full screen, 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! Here we go, an inch part. What is the mass of this part in x.xxx pounds? Tolerance is plus or minus 0.002.
That is a tough drawing.
Yes, that is a tough drawing. This is called Perf Tray, and it is TTT 069.
Wow.
Yeah, 69. Woo! All right, so good luck with this one, guys. It's in plain carbon steel. It's in IPS in inch-pound seconds, and you want to take note of those rails on the bottom and what's going on when those rails terminate out at the end. The geometry on these faces should be nice, clean faces. So a couple of little notes there to help you guys. Looks like ALNIS is already jumping into it.
Sprinting out, man.
Ivan's doing a little bit more planning.
A little more homework.
But, you know, you're against that young gun in ALNIS. You might not have time to be patient, you know. We'll see if it pays off.
That's a tough part. Is that like an ice cube tray? Is this something else you need for your house, Toby?
It's a replacement for my dishwasher.
Yeah, you did.
So I have these guys model this up, and then I'm gonna get it manufactured from their drawings. So thank you guys for doing this work for me.
Thank you.
On Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And of course, good luck. Ali, noticing in the chat, TTT made all these models non-Ivan exploitable. Yeah, that is correct.
That is true.
Yeah, those rails going across the bottom means you have to be really careful about where those holes land.
Even the great Tom Smith says this looks like a PITA.
Okay,
We'll say that.
We like that.
Okay.
Yeah, pita. I like pita.
Pitas are really delicious.
Okay, Jed Hightower says metal parts are Ivan's forte. Well, just pretend it's plastic. You model your whole house during the tournament. Yeah, pretty much. At least all the stuff that is broken or that I need, replacements for. So we see Ivan looks like he started out by creating the top section of the tray. And now looks like he's going for an extrusion with some draft on it. We see ALNIS going through and creating the entire tray kind of thick.
Right?
Yeah. And now he's going to go through and maybe use some of that magic...
ALNIS power.
ALNIS power, yeah, where the combine or whatever it is. Common, I think it's called. We see Ivan doing a fillet there on both the top.
Wow, that was fast.
Went in really fast.
Ivan. Yep.
Yeah. And let's see here. We've got the... Okay, it almost looks like ALNIS is creating like maybe a sweep profile
I was
or
thinking
something.
A sweep.
Yeah,
or he's gonna try and hollow that out.
That's solid. I would think when I looked at this part, I would think sweep.
Or on the outside edge.
Yeah, because the whole outside edge is the same all the way around. So, but it looked like Ivan actually took a different approach altogether and just said, "I'm just going to do it with traditional geometry." Okay, now Ivan on the right is down to those lower rails.
Yep. So this could be one where we see them take very different approaches here. They diverge pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like a move face command from ALNIS in Onshape.
That was pretty
cool.
cool.
Like that, all these bonus points for that. Let's knock a minute off his time for that. Just kidding.
You should come up with penalties. There's so many things.
Penalty,
you can
no
do.
sketch fillets. If you do a sketch fillet, you get penalized 30 seconds.
You get a 30-second added to your time.
All right, let's see how Ivan handles this now. These are the rails on the perf tray. TTT 069. 69, everybody.
Wow, that quickly. ALNIS has that shape on screen. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I wish we had replays. That's the other thing. Instant replays would be cool. We need like a team of people doing instant replays here.
Yeah.
That'll be next year's project. So Ivan still has pretty solid shape there, right? Okay, he just shelled. There was a shell there in the tree. I didn't see.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. So shell with the because it's all 1/8 of an inch, 0.125, but he was able to still shell with that top. Okay, so now let's see what's he gonna do with this. Now he's at that rail going along the bottom. He's got to get that rail needs to be basically matched up with those other faces.
Yep.
Nice clean geometry in that area. So let's see how he handles that. And we're going to see in just a moment, we're going to see how ALNIS handles this as well.
Those holes add a whole level of complexity, too. Like, those holes kind of make me nervous because if any one of them, you're off even just a hair.
Yep.
That's going to be a big geometry difference.
And the rails are a little bit tricky, too, because it's like, well, if you have the rail inside the tray, then that's not going to work. They're not part of the same uniform wall thickness. You're going to end up with all that extra junk on the inside.
So I kind of agree with the idea of adding them afterwards.
Mm-hmm. But if you have them on the outside, then, see, they end up with something like what Ivan has here. So how's he going to deal with that?
Well,
No,
a little known command.
I think I know where you might be going with
today,
this. No way.
If this... Well, see ya.
Wow. Delete face again.
That was pretty impressive. Delete face is the command of the day.
Yeah.
I think delete face should be your logo.
Delete face.
Right?
Yeah. Delete face just is everywhere today. Wow.
Gonna delete face all over the place here.
Yeah.
Onto the hulls. These guys.
Oh, look at ALNIS. Got that. Look at how clean those faces are for ALNIS. That looks awesome.
Nice.
I like that. That's a lot more the way I would have done it. Was like when I was auditing this part, it was more of a multiple extrusions to kind of clean up that area.
Yep.
And now it looks like Ivan's using a sketch pattern. That's definitely going to be 30-second penalty.
You think?
We're making a version of this where you have penalties for features that I don't like.
I don't like that one. And it'll be totally like you won't tell them ahead of time.
Right. You just have to know. Wow, that's a fully defined sketch.
That was fast, man.
Wow. We might be seeing an answer coming in here.
Holy cow.
We might be seeing.
He made that part look easy. This part scared the heck out of me, and ALNIS is not far behind him.
Right behind him. He's just got to get those final holes in there.
I think. Okay.
Looks like he maybe was doing a final look over the print.
Yeah.
And Ivan comes in with an answer, 8.304 pounds. That is not correct.
Oh,
that is not correct. 8.034. That is not correct. I said it wrong. I read it correctly. 8.034. That is not correct. Oh, shout out to Bill Heather in the chat. Super chat. Thank you so much, Bill. Very much appreciate financial support. Glad you're enjoying the tournament. This is indeed
Toby, this
great.
is down to the wire, man.
Yeah.
This whole morning here, every match has been down to the wire like this.
Yeah.
You ended up with 4 pretty amazing designers.
Amazing finalists here. Yeah. And ALNIS comes in with the answer, 7.897. That is correct.
Holy cow!
Wow! Woo! Man, oh man, oh man!
Man, it couldn't be any more impressive here. That was awesome.
We are going to some sudden death.
Sudden death.
Wow! GG to ALNIS for coming through with that perforated tray. GG to Ivan. He closes his model in disgust.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with this.
Wow, man!
This is gosh. ALNIS, nice work, Ivan. Right there, man.
Okay. Wow, man. Woo!
I know. I'm like reeling from that. That part scared me. Looking at that drawing.
Yeah. There was a lot going on with that thing. I need a little breather myself here. Okay. All right. Wow.
This is it.
This is it. This is potentially it.
Yeah.
This is potentially it. Nico Concarne, thank you so much for the super chat. Very much appreciated.
Wow.
Goes a long way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Guys, I think we're going to come into our final model here. I got a good one queued up for you. I got to tell you.
You're going to love this.
I got to tell you, you guys are going to love this one. All right. You got any other thoughts on this thing?
No. I'm
Well, think of
speechless
something
here.
because I got to set up these
Oh, I gotta
overlays.
say stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's an honor to be here with you today. Maybe before we do this last one, we could take a moment and thank TooTallToby for this amazing,
I can't accept.
this amazing broadcast. Thank you, live audience.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, live audience.
Thank you, live audience. Yeah.
Let's hear it in the chat too, because man, the effort, the level of professionionalism, and the high quality of production here,
Yes. Thank you.
unbelievable.
Thank you,
Really,
thank you.
Really, really, really cool.
Very much appreciated. And my research team actually went out and found out that this is the world's first
I heard that.
live
yeah,
stream
the research team.
worldwide
they said
3D
that
CAD
earlier.
speed model
Yeah.
tournament. Yeah.
If you can
So-
find another world class speed CAD modeling tournament, you let us know. But I don't think there is one.
Yeah. This is it. This is the place to be on
This
these
is
Saturday
the place
mornings.
to be.
Okay, guys. Here we go.
Yeah,
Almost the afternoon.
almost the afternoon. 2 minutes left in the morning here.
Okay, here we go. Potentially the final model of this 32-person tournament. It all comes down to this. Sudden death modeling. ALNIS has one. Ivan has one. Who's going to take this thing down? Let's find out here in our potential final CAD battle. Oh, I'm so nervous. I want to make sure I didn't mess anything up here. Okay. In our potential final CAD battle, which goes live in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? No tolerance.
No tolerance.
Okay, this part is called thumb lever. This is actually a little lever that broke off of my coffee storage can.
We need this done today.
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
green shirt guy. We
Yeah.
need this done today. What is the mass of this part? You guys can see there's some tricky geometry on this thing. Good luck figuring this one out. It looks like both of our runners are still looking over the print because there's a lot going on, but they are trying to figure out, how to model this thing up. There's some keynotes on this thing that are going to help you out. And let's move over and take a look at how they're doing this. There's like a little domey shape on the bottom of that, the tip of that thing. It's got
Yeah.
like a little place where your thumb could actually indent in. There's like a dimple.
Yeah, a little dimple.
So we see Ivan on the right using SolidWorks, approaching this thing by creating that very area.
Very
it looks
first
like.
outside profile.
Yep. We see ALNIS on the left. He's going for more of a, what I believe is more of a revolve shape.
Yep.
So
It's interesting too with Ivan. He's attacking that inner dome with a secondary feature with like a sweep, which is kind of interesting.
a sweep, maybe a revolve
Maybe
as
it's
well.
gonna be revolve.
Yeah.
Maybe gonna revolve.
Very interesting part here. But I am going to need this done pretty soon, guys, because I'm almost out of coffee.
I am gonna be out of coffee
Yep.
very soon.
So
Yeah,
let's
he's
get
gonna
this thumb
revolve
lever.
that.
This is potentially the final matchup between these guys. We'll take a look at this 2D print request from Eric. Don't forget, Eric, you can always roll back in the live stream on YouTube when you're watching a live stream. If you press the button that says live, that'll let you return to where the live is taking place.
Yep.
So, but here's the print real quick if you want to screen capture. I just don't want to miss any of the action of these guys.
Yeah, so at this point, ALNIS is trying to, and we've seen this from ALNIS a few times now. He's trying to capture as much as he can in that first sketch, and Ivan goes about it a little bit differently with two features.
He likes to keep his sketches simple, keep his features
Yeah.
simple. We'll see if it pays off. ALNIS is looking like he's got a pretty solid plan on this one.
Yep.
Moving into that next feature already. This is one of these parts that's kind of like a pseudo sheet metal part, but it's not
Yeah,
really.
I'm not
'cause
sure
of
what
the-
you'd say this is. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of a combination, right?
It could be manufactured as sheet metal, but
Yeah.
sometimes those are hard to draw. And then, like in this case, it had those sharps on it. So, I think both these guys are on the right track. Not taking a sheet metal approach. You'd probably struggle with those sharps.
Could you do that dimple with a forming tool if you were doing this as sheet metal?
Perhaps, yeah. I didn't even think about the dimple.
Yeah, and you almost have like a relief there, right? For the sheet metal, this almost is really like a traditional tiny sheet metal part.
Yep.
You imagine having this like gigantic press brake and you're doing these little tiny little things.
Tiny little
yeah.
little thumb things. And we see that Eric in the chat says this looks like a sheet metal Starship Enterprise. Yep, I like that.
Good call, Eric.
Jack Heck is in the chat. First time watching live. Glad to be here. Hello, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe, Jack Heck, and welcome. We're going to have lots more fun live streams coming up. And we got a... did I miss a super chat there that came in? Bill Heather. Got it. Yep. Cool. Thank you, Bill. And Carl Jr. says, Victory Cat is waiting.
Victory Cat is waiting.
Yeah, Nico Concarne saying then you'd have to deal with K factors.
Unleash your Victory Cat.
Potentially. We see very interesting approach from both of our runners here. Ivan on the right going back through after and creating that notch. It looked like ALNIS created the notch first, and now he's creating that area that's kind of going up and to the back. So both valid. I mean, both good approaches. We're going to see how they end up dealing with this.
I'm nervous for these guys. I'm happy for them. They made it this far.
Yeah.
The finals, third round of the final round.
Sudden death.
Ugh.
Sudden death in the finals.
The stakes can't get any higher.
Yeah.
Toby.
This is intense. Greetings from Bosnia. All right. What's up, Amir? Welcome. Great CAD battle here. I agree.
Great CAD battle.
Question, what is Green Shirt Guy's name? It's actually Green Shirt Guy.
It's actually Green Shirt
birth
Guy.
name. Yeah.
Birth given name.
It'd be funny if his name was like Coffee with a K or something. Kofi.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee Cup
That
Johnson.
was a quick mirror from Ivan.
Yeah. Ivan getting in there, creating that notch. Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, there's some stuff in there.
There's
some stuff going on in
some
there.
stuff in there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, since you're not doing this as sheet metal, you kind of have to like manually do all of the things sheet metal might do for you.
Very true.
Right?
Yeah, John McClary is kind of commenting on that too.
Yeah.
Once you had those relief cuts, excuse me. And
I agree. Like sheet metal causes, you couldn't do this as sheet metal because the mass would just be, it'd be tough to nail that down in competition.
yeah. Yeah, and Eric Beatty commenting on the idea of red shirts and green shirts. They are gone too soon. Yeah, I think it's a literary reference. Just kidding. Probably Star Trek. Everything is Star Trek. Everything Eric sees is Star Trek.
Yeah.
He's like, thumb bracket, Starship Enterprise.
Starship
Red
Enterprise.
shirt guy, Starship. Green shirt guy, Star Trek. It's all Star Trek.
So Ivan's going back through, adding those little bits of mass.
Yeah. And ALNIS creating this thing from the rear end there, getting in there, creating that extrusion with the fillet built right into the extrusion. I think that's a really interesting approach.
Okay, so now, I mean they're
Now
both
what
on this
what
upper
did he do?
piece.
Was that a
here.
delete face?
What do you do?
I think he did a delete face to extend that corner down.
I thought he was extruding up the surface. But
People are really. Oh, it's just okay. Or look, no, it's a move face.
Oh, you're looking at
Yeah,
you're
looking at all
ALNIS,
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, move face and delete face definitely will get you some bonus points in this tournament. So just keep that in mind.
Sketch patterns will not.
Sketch
We
pattern,
won't allow
no,
sketch
yeah.
patterns or sheet metal.
Yeah. I'll say it's wrong even if it's right.
Just because I don't like sketch patterns.
You keep that out of my tournament.
Yeah.
All right, so ALNIS on the left here, moving through, creating this hole that's down. And look, once again, both of them are creating the same feature at the same time. We've seen it so many times in this tournament.
And they're even on different sides of
Wow.
this part. Like, holy cow.
Tom pointing out that hole actually is one of the few features that could be an Ivan exploit.
Could be.
And it looks like
Throw it.
Ivan might be doing it as an exploit.
Throw it on there.
Throw it on there, yeah. Just some bonus points here. And we see that ALNIS comes in with the answer, 139.9, rounded up to 140, which is the correct answer. And guys, we got a new champion.
ALNIS.
Wow.
Congrats, ALNIS.
Wow, congrats ALNIS. You can give us a victory spin. Wow. They were both so close.
So
my goodness,
close,
goodness. That was epic.
That was
Holy
right down to the wire.
smokes, right down to the wire.
Very impressive.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
I'm not sure what ALNIS is doing now. He's like opening several windows.
He's
we're gonna
going,
see.
we're gonna see it all here.
A huge dance here.
We're gonna see this thing. This is it.
Yeah. Oh my
This
gosh!
is the big,
look at this.
wow, triple victory spin.
Triple
That's what's
victory
up.
Spin.
That's
Took
what we
him 3
need.
matches.
Let's get this
in the
cat
final
over
round,
here.
Right?
Let's get the wow. Move this guy over here.
Shout out to ALNIS.
Shout out to ALNIS. Yeah, load up that screen. That looks like an old Windows error messaging. That's great.
Very impressive.
My goodness. This is
I
intense.
like how both those guys are in third place.
they don't see this yet. This is going to be a big reveal.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing, guys. We're just doing some stuff over here. Wow, congratulations, guys. The chat is going wild. Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed seeing Ivan. Put a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed seeing ALNIS. And put a 1 in the chat if you didn't enjoy either. This was very, very intense. And wow.
Super impressive.
Yeah, this was really, really good. I can't believe that we are now winding down on the end of this thing. Dan, that was epic.
I'm gonna need like an afternoon to recover from this.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Huge congratulations to everybody who ran today. Huge congratulations to our finalists, to ALNIS and to Ivan. Let's get into the awards ceremony here as we wind things down on this Saturday afternoon. First of all, let's welcome up to the stage Tom Smith and Victor K.
All
Congratulations, guys.
Tom and Victor.
Woo! Good job. GG, Tom. GG, Victor. Very well done. And let's also welcome up to the stage in second place our runner-up in 2022, none other than Ivan the Reasonable.
Ivan the Reasonable.
Good
Nice job,
game, Ivan. Congratulations.
Way to go.
Awesome job. And finally, our new 2022 champion, the Onshape Pro, none other than ALNIS. Woo! Great job, ALNIS. Congratulations to our 2022 champion. That was epic, unbelievable. Great job to everyone. Thank you guys all so much. Just some quick thank yous here to everybody who helped make this all happen. First of all, I got to say thank you to all of the runners. There's a lot, Dan.
I can't believe how many people you collect to do this and how great they all are. Like, these are all super talented people.
Yeah, these guys were the absolute stars of this thing. We had 32 people who were willing to sign up to get coordinated to get in here from all over the world. I learned all about what the different flags mean. That was a big learning lesson for me this year. So shout out to all the different flags and to all the different runners from around the world. You guys were all great. Thank you to all of the runners. I also want to give a huge shout out to my co-host Eric, who I couldn't get his slide to animate correctly, and to all the co-hosts throughout the tournament. So we had a lot of different people jumping in here, helping me out with co-commentary throughout this entire thing. Yep. I got to give a huge shout out to all of them. Jeff got that last one in there on October 29th. Shout out to Jeff, who helped me with that commentary on October 29th. But this was a huge effort from a lot of people.
There's some awesome people on this slide, Toby. There's some fantastic people here.
Yeah, completely honored to have had all these people helping me out throughout this thing. So thank you to all the co-commentary. Also, on November 19th, we had the special round of 8. We had 4 special co-commentators on that one. So thank you to all of our co-commentators. And I want to say thank you to Dan Wagner.
Oh, hey, man. This was an absolute
I was very excited to be here with you today. You did a great job. I wanted to just be on the slide with you. So that's why I didn't just have you there alone.
That's nice.
I always got you back. That's what that slide represents.
Thanks, man.
And I also want to, of course, say thank you to the live studio audience today. You guys were awesome. So great job, live studio audience. And, of course, I want to say thank you to Mrs. TooTallToby, who really helped me to do all of this, who sponsored it, who put up the prize, who gave me the time, helped organize, helped communicate with people throughout this thing. So thank you so much to Mrs. TooTallToby. I love you, babe. You are amazing. And I am very thankful to have you in my life.
It's very nice.
And I also want to just give one more quick shout out to Chris Castle from SolidBox. You guys have heard me talk a lot about SolidBox this year, and Chris and I really formed a strong friendship this year. If you guys are ever at a trade show or anything and you know that SolidBox is going to be there, take a moment, go up and say hi to Chris Castle. This guy is a very solid guy. And throughout the year, why I'm giving Chris a special thank you is because at the beginning of this year, I was feeling a little bit down. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the channel. And Chris was like, you got to get going with the channel again. And really got in there and encouraged me and helped make this happen. And we've done a user group tour together now in Texas. And we've hung out together and we've jammed together. And this guy is a solid guy. So thank you, Chris. You are very much responsible for making this entire season and the tournament happen. And very glad that I got to know you this year. Looking forward to 2023. So on that note, let's give one more thank you to the best chat ever.
Best chat
You
ever.
guys out there, you guys are amazing. You guys have made me laugh. You guys have made me laugh so much throughout this year. All your chat is just amazing.
There was a special shout out to Green Shirt Guy too. I saw.
Special shout out to Green Shirt Guy. Yeah, nice. So is that it? Is it over? Well, that's the end for this tournament, but definitely not the end. Let's shelve the tournament for a little bit, and let's remind everybody to like and subscribe. Of course, share and reshare. Support the channel. This is how we keep the channel moving forward. I don't know if we talked about shirts yet, but if we didn't, we can talk about them at some point.
Probably should cover that.
Thanks very much to everybody for the support. If you want to support financially, there's lots of options for that. And, of course, the shirts, right? Talk about the shirts a lot. But I also want to say what's going on next is that we are going to be doing more live streaming. We're going to be doing some assemblies, live streaming those assemblies, kind of moving out of parts, moving into doing more stuff with assemblies. We're going to be looking into a membership site, premium content for our members. We're going to be putting together some premium tools for our members. This is going to be for people who really want to take their learning to the next level, really use it to design better models and to just be a little bit less frustrated with the tools, a little bit more focused on the engineering. And of course, Model Monday Live Season 5 is coming next year, 2023, so look out for that. If you want to do these live challenges against the other chat pros, this is your opportunity. Model Monday Live, look out for those live streams. And finally, the 2023 tournament. Signups will be sometime between January and September 2023. So, I don't know, guys.
Pretty wide range. I don't know.
Just keep a lookout. And I think that's pretty much it. The end. Dan, what'd you think?
I thought that was, it couldn't have gone any better, Toby. I
Yeah.
think the live audience here, the epic live chat, and you came with 4 amazing people today. And, your tournament obviously works because it sorted it down to 4 super, super talented people.
Superstars.
Yeah.
We got our very first Onshape winner, too.
Yeah.
So now we've had Ivan won the first time with SolidWorks. We had Cam won the second time with SolidWorks. Gerben won the third time with Inventor. And now we've got Onshape.
You're representing all the CAD systems.
We're going to have a tournament of champions, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. I want to say thank you so much. Dan, one more final
Hey, man.
handshake.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
You were amazing.
Thank you.
And guys, if you want to stick around in the chat, if you want to say anything in the chat, let us know. And Immons says, free CAD champ. When? Yes, I completely agree. We need a free CAD champ in here. So guys, we're going to stick around in the chat if you guys have any other questions for us. But thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll see you in the next live stream.
See you in the next one.
Bye, everybody.